I think it's just about being self-centered.
But who's teaching them that? Because I'm not teaching my daughter that.
No,
teaching
I'm going to
them.
explain it to you.
Every time I correct you, you get defensive. You're not ready for a relationship.
Your partner should be making your nervous system feel calm.
You control your algorithm. If you're looking at all day, it's going to just feed you.
No,
Right.
just like women, men are aging too.
Well, we age like fine wine. That's not true.
What I'm saying is not crazy. Stop trying to make it seem like I'm crazy.
All I hear you say, women, 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 women.
I'm not insecure. I'm just telling y'all it's true.
As we're here with another episode. I'm Amanda, it's your girl Amanda. We have Naisha on the set. She's back. We have Rome. We have Jada. Jada's back. And back for the third time this season. Give it up for Mo, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, we are not tired of him. We're not tired of him.
I was just saying I was excited to be on set with him
Girl,
today.
I don't even know why you talking to me.
Thank you, Naisha. Thank you.
Jada don't like him.
It's been already heated
I
on
don't know
this
if I don't like you or
couch.
him more. I don't know. I'm not going to your birthday party. It's like
You better.
I'm gonna go, girl. I'm gonna go.
She love me.
Okay, soft exit. Let's talk about it. Are we disciplined or no?
I've made an observation over the last decade, and a huge difference that I see between the adult of today and the adult of yesteryear. I've never seen an adult more concerned with fun than the adult of today. The adult of today, life is all about vacations, vacations, vacations. Life is all about parties, brunches. And it's not to say that you can't have a work-life balance, right? Responsibility and relaxation. But I think that there's a level of immaturity to it. I think back to me vacationing in my 20s where I used to go away and I would literally party and drink 24/7 and come back home more tired than I left. I think the vacation for me now is different. I think it's going to dinner. I think it's sitting by the pool with a book. I think it's going to the beach. I think it's going to see the sights. I have no interest in fun, right? I have interest in relaxation. I have interest in peace. I have interest in unwinding. And I think that that's a huge part of the difference. I think that when we were younger, we understood that to mature, right, to get to 30, to get to 35 was to take on more responsibility and to have less fun. And I feel like it's backwards today. It's like we mature into adults to feel as if that gives us the ability to just be more concerned with fun. And I just don't get it. And I think that that's a huge part of the problem with relationships, because although we are in a union with a partner, we're supposed to share a life and they're supposed to be the priority. That isn't what happens. What happens is the priority is this person and the fact that, no, I still need to have a life. I still need to be out there, and it just doesn't go hand in hand. Not saying that there isn't a balance, not saying that life ends, but there's a level of respect that you're supposed to give to your relationship where the things that the way you carried yourself when you were single, you can't still carry yourself this way now that you're in a union.
So are you saying that we need more compromise, or are you saying that?
I'm not saying we need more compromise. I
can't have
think
fun.
we need more respect, right?
Okay.
For where we are now, right? Maturity requires not just discipline, but responsibility, right? And I think maturity also requires a certain level of awareness, right? Of the circumstances and the environment that you are now in. You understand? I'll give you a perfect example. Before my girl moved in, right? Me and my boys, we'd be out 5-6 days a week. And when she moved in with me, my boys would hit me up and I'd be like, bro, like, me and my girl live together now. Like, I can't be out 5-6 days a week. And it's not that she had a problem with it. It's just that as a man, I understood. As a man, I understood that, okay, Mo, this is a different level you've gotten to now. You can't continue to operate the way that you did when you were on the level below and expect this to still work.
But wouldn't you say that was more of a choice, and that was a choice because of your discipline and because you were aware what was on the outside while you were single?
Well, not necessarily. It's a choice because of the fact that I just felt that I needed to give the respect and the consideration that I expected. And I think a lot of times people get into situations where they're in a union and they do not give the same level of respect and consideration that they expect to be given to them. to that other person.
Mm.
I've heard people say, "Oh, I don't want to lose myself." You know, like when they're with somebody, and that's why they want to still be able to do what they want to do and go outside or work on their career to whatever extent, you know. But I don't think you lose yourself, you know.
Yeah, and please don't let's not go to the extreme. I'm not saying you can't go out.
Yeah.
I'm not saying you can't spend time with friends. I'm not saying you can't go away. Um, I'm just saying that I think your intention changes,
Mm-hmm.
right? I go away, we go away, but it's for relaxation. It's so that I can recharge and come back and go harder. You understand that the things that are important. One thing I always say is you can't, if you value the things that aren't important, you automatically won't value the things that are, because two
Good thing.
things cannot exist at the same time in the same place. That's just against the laws of physics.
I think also the issue is there's too much information being downloaded on everyone. You're seeing too much. You're a fly on everybody's wall.
And you're comparing to other people's
Yeah,
lives.
And also it's kind of like people are kind of getting in relationships when it's not a good balance. It's like everyone's getting in relationships for wrong reasons, I think. And also, I think that the economy doesn't make it easy for people to really lock in that way. For example, if me going out and turning up and trying to make content is gonna get me, like views or money or whatever I think people are more focused on trying to survive than being loyal in the relationship sometimes. I mean, that's what I'm seeing. I feel as though people are trying to, I don't know. I'm not saying myself. I'm just saying in general. I see a lot of people risking it all for content, risking it all for a good time, risking it all for that shot, whatever. And again, we see a lot of people being exploited on social media and on, different apps and stuff, behaving crazy. And then, you might meet them or whatever, and it's just totally different. So it's like people are going above and beyond just to like get attention while out, and then it's affecting their relationship. And I think it's difficult for people to be in relationships now because, again, everyone's doing it for.
Do you feel like social media is the reason why people are lacking discipline now?
Absolutely. I think so. I think when I really think back to when I was younger and before I, moved to Jersey, I lived in Connecticut, small town, you didn't really you didn't really know everything that's going on outside.
Mm-hmm.
And now we know literally everything that's going on outside. Like, like anything that you're interested in, you can just go on TikTok, type it in, and you get full rundown of how to start a business, how to do this, how to be in this field, whatever. Anything that you look up, going off grid, becoming a truck driver, becoming this, becoming that. We didn't have all the information. We had to really figure everything out on our own. And now it's so much information that I think everyone's just like, I don't know, like
But I think
chaos.
that's where discipline comes into play, because I feel like there's just as much good stuff on social media as there is bad stuff. And
Right?
it's all on what you
Mhm.
choose
Absolutely.
what you choose to focus on.
I think blaming social media, I'm sorry to cut you off, is like low hanging fruit.
Yeah.
Like you
No,
can't.
but I just feel like now we see more. We didn't see as much before.
Yeah, but it's like
That's all I'm
Mo said.
saying.
I agree with that because you control your algorithm. So if you are looking up inspirational quotes, Instagram is just going to feed you inspirational quotes. If you're looking up like business stuff, it's going to feed you that. Now, if you're looking at ass all day, it's going to just feed you ass.
Right.
If you're looking at, fuckboy shit, it's going to feed you fuckboy shit. It's going to feed you whatever you are calling for.
I agree.
You also don't have to sign up for this.
Right.
This is all voluntary.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So
Social
if you
media is
if you
definitely
want to meet
optional.
somebody
I kind of feel
that
as though
reads,
it's
go to
kind
the
of like
library.
I kind of feel as though it's like
Facts.
saying though, like it's progression. So I feel as though it's like saying, oh, if everyone has a television in their home, so I'm just gonna not have a television. It's hard to that's discipline. You have to literally say, I'm not going to get a
That's
television.
discipline.
There are
But
people
everyone it's not easy to do that when everything is going in that direction. And now, for example, imagine saying, I don't want a cell phone. Well, then you can't look at the menu. Well, then you can't check out. When I was in Miami, I went to a restaurant and I couldn't even pay cash for my food. So kind of like we're forced into these lifestyles. We're forced to see what's going on. We're forced onto our phones. We're forced to live a certain way. And there's nothing you can really do about it. And
agree
even if
with
you
that to
change your
some extent.
algorithm,
Physical
for
cards
example,
still exist.
I personally, I follow a bunch of church stuff but still a lot of other stuff slips through the cracks.
Yeah.
So it's like just being
All that
on my
ass.
phone, it makes you see a lot of things that you're not asking to see, but it just pops up. It's not your fault, but again, it warps your mind in a way.
Jada,
you know?
I can imagine your For You page.
It's like God and ass.
Yeah.
Church,
God, ass. God,
no,
ass.
not as church jokes and shootouts. You know,
Not jokes
do you-
and shootouts.
But do you know,
Yeah.
you know why I don't agree? Because even
'cause it's me.
no, but even the analogy as far as having a television, I could have a television doesn't mean I have to watch the Zeus channel, right? I could have a TV. It doesn't even mean I need to turn it on.
No, it's just
right?
physically having a television is what I'm saying, though.
But-
like,
but
the
even-
discipline goes further than that. It starts that deep.
No,
It's
but
that
see,
deep.
but the
Not even having a television.
but the discipline is actually being able to have a TV
And not-
not watch baddies and not
Mhm.
watch Zeus, right? Because the truth is, and I think this goes to when people talk about protecting their peace, when truthfully all they're doing, you're not being strong because you're not putting yourself in situations where you're being challenged or you're being tested. You're actually avoiding the challenge,
Mhm.
right? And that's actually not strength. So the truth is, to you don't have to not have a TV. You can have a TV, but I think the discipline is actually the ability to share the same space
Mhm.
with the debauchery and not partake.
I understand that.
You understand? I mean, because simply like as a man, if that was the case, then that means that if a man's in a relationship, he shouldn't go out. No, I should be able to go out. I should be able to be in a room with a room full of women and know that I have someone at home and be able to control myself.
Discipline.
Like that's what discipline is. It's not that, oh, I need to avoid being out. No, it's
I mean,
it's-
but everyone's view of discipline is different. For
Correct.
example, you could be, for example, you're living with a woman. Some people think that you shouldn't have sex outside of marriage.
correct.
So again, that's everyone's perspective is different on it. Me personally, when I say the no TV thing, I think that's even a more deeper discipline for me because it's like, all right, everyone else has something. I'm gonna rob myself of having that because for me, that's like a deeper way of discipline. You get what I'm saying?
I do.
Whereas, go ahead. What were we gonna say?
No, because what you just said just actually struck a chord, and I just wanted to give some clarity. There's a difference between fun and happiness, and I think that needs to be explained. That needs to be said because when I said no fun, I think a lot of times people automatically associate that with
Fun with happiness.
With happiness.
Because doing fun things make you happy.
Mm,
When you said it, I was also thinking that people have different ideas of,
Of what fun is. True.
Because you are saying that like at your age you
Shouldn't have fun.
you're not considering fun, like you're not
I'll-
like you don't care
I'll-
to have fun, right? But you said that you want to sit by the pool and read a book.
That's
and
your
do
fun.
the sightseeing. That is your idea of fun.
Well, that's just,
It's-
that's
it's actually-
recharging. That's
it's actually
really-
not fun. That's not fun
I
for
think
me.
that's fun
you
for
know,
people.
He's like, that's
I
not
hate
fun,
sightseeing.
but
Exactly. Okay, well then that's not your idea of fun.
You know why it's not fun? Because when I am engrossed in my work and my passion and I'm being fueled by it, I'm not thinking about vacation, right? Not that I don't enjoy vacation, but vacation, I mean, it's a recharge. So sometimes when I need to be refueled, it's like, yo, I need to go away for a couple of days. You understand? So it's not fun for me. I mean, fun is it's so hard to explain.
What is fun for you? What's fun? What's fun?
It's so hard to explain.
Alan.
Yeah, what's fun? I want to know, Mo. What's fun?
What's your fun?
For me,
fun that
Yeah.
you don't even think is like,
That's
you
not
shouldn't
a
even indulge in it?
recharge.
you know what's so crazy?
What is your happiness?
Just what's
just
fun?
said happiness is not fun.
yeah, but it's not always.
I mean, listen,
When
For
you're
him,
single,
what
what's
is
it
fun?
his fun
varies.
happiness?
Sometimes fun could be hanging out with my boys, right?
Yeah, fun is mood dependent.
Sometimes fun could be hanging out. To be honest with you, I mean, the day of the blizzard, I was home and we were playing Uno and board games. That was fun. You understand where I'm coming from? I mean, my idea of fun has changed since I've matured. And I think in my 20s, I might have thought that wasn't necessarily fun, right? Because I might have thought that I needed to be outside, right, in order to have fun. I needed to be in a club. There needed to be alcohol involved in order to have fun. I'm just saying that as I've matured, and once again, my fun isn't necessarily everyone else's, and it doesn't mean that everyone else's needs to be mine. I'm just
Right.
speaking to the fact that, you know, it's like they say, if you're still doing this, if you're still doing the same
Right.
thing in your mid 30s and 40s, if you were still
shouldn't be bowling
looking,
and playing Uno.
no, it's not that. If you were still looking to do the same thing in your mid 30s and 40s that you were looking to do in your
I mean,
in your 20s, then there's an issue there, because it's like, where's the growth?
absolutely.
Unless you do it with your partner. That's also different.
Yeah, but
Yeah, I think
that
that's
that
different
changes
too.
the entire dynamic as
Yeah.
well, because now, rather than just throwing money out the window, you're actually putting something in a piggy bank that's accumulating,
Mm-hmm.
right? Because that time spent accumulates into a bond.
Forms the experience.
Yeah.
But even if you do know you have a good thing, lack of discipline can definitely mess it up.
But
Because I feel like I've been there. Like I've definitely have not had discipline in the past. I feel like discipline is honestly something I've struggled with for many years. I think I'm more self-aware of it now, and I work on that. You know, I'm in a relationship now, and I keep that in mind with everything that I do. So it can definitely mess up a relationship. Because think about it, like Alan said, like somebody could slide in your DMs and you're just responding, and that's like a discipline right there. Like you shouldn't even be responding to people when you're in a partnership.
What about if it's business though?
I mean, Rome, you know what I'm talking
I
about.
don't. That's why. I
Okay,
asked.
well, let me be more specific. Obviously, if it's business, that's different. But I'm talking about someone that has
that's an issue in a
someone
relationship.
exactly. But someone who has interest in you, you know, someone that's flirting with you, someone that has obvious interest in you, you should not be responding to.
I think there's so many things that can cause issues in a relationship these days. Everything's a problem. Everything is a problem.
That sounds like a security issue. What do you mean? Like,
Yeah,
who's
because
that
with the
security?
right partner, everything's
Because
not a
again, we
problem.
just had a conversation about DMs. It might be business, it might be this, it might be that. It's like I feel so annoyed when you're with someone that you have to explain everything to. And I feel like in this generation, you have to explain everything. And I think a lot of relationships sometimes get exhausting because I don't know, like it could be the smallest of things. It's innocent, and it's like a part of you feels like you just want someone who trusts you, especially if you haven't caused them not to trust you.
Well,
Yeah,
I
but-
think that I agree with Rome on that being a security issue,
Yeah.
because if you're with the right person and you have open and
Honest, yeah.
honest communication, then every little thing shouldn't be an issue.
Right.
Especially like DMs. And you should make decisions keeping your partner in mind as well. So
Mhm.
it's like Naisha said, if someone that has interest in you is sliding in your DMs, you should know not to respond to
Right.
that or not
But
to
what if
entertain
not even
that.
responding
If
is
it's
still an
like
issue,
business, if it's like business stuff, first of all, DM really is your email not pinned on your profile if there's any business to be
Mhm.
you know,
True.
had.
That's true.
But also
Mhm.
that is something to tell your partner, hey, this person came in my DM and said X, Y, and Z. Because why wouldn't you be telling your partner about
Right.
business happenings? You know?
Mhm.
I think, and I think that's an important thing to put out there. The transparency is important.
Yeah.
You know, there's a huge difference between honesty and transparency, right?
Mhm.
And transparency is just making your partner aware of
Without
what's,
even having-
of what's going on.
Beforehand, without them
Before
having
having
to
Yeah,
ask.
we all play this little game, right, where we
Kind of
pretend
mentality.
as if we don't know what may look away, right? But when you know something can be misinterpreted by your partner, right? A lot of times it's best just to get ahead of it and to just communicate and just to let them know, like, oh, you know, such and such reached out to me the other day, right? And it's for no reason other than just in case if it does come up from somewhere else or somehow that
Yeah.
they're not caught off guard. And a lot of times too, transparency is just a different form of respect
Yeah.
Mhm.
as well.
So in a perfect world,
In a perfect world,
you are telling your partner these things ahead of time. Now, what your partner decides to do with that information, you're like, listen, I was being transparent.
and
And I'm saying this, I'm sorry, I'm saying this just because all of us are in the entertainment industry.
Yeah.
So if you have a partner that's not in the entertainment field,
oh, it's tough
It's
for
rough.
them to
It's rough. It's
understand.
rough.
God,
It's
Yeah.
so rough.
Annoying.
That's why it's very
what I was
rough.
trying to
It's
say.
tough for them to
Like-
understand.
it's,
But
it's so
Bobby
much.
you know what I've learned.
You got to
too?
be with. I personally have to be with somebody in the same field.
Yeah.
You know what I've learned too. I've learned that being transparent buys you credit, right? And what I mean by that is when you're transparent with your partner for a certain amount of time, if you ever did for some reason miss the mark, it's sort of like you've bought the credit
Yeah.
for it not to be looked at as anything, because under normal circumstances,
It definitely builds trust.
Yeah, exactly. Because then in their mind they're like, oh, it must have slipped his mind, because I know under normal circumstances,
He's
this is
solid.
what they would have
He's good.
done.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I agree.
You got a good woman on your hands. If
I didn't
See-
listen. I didn't say that's my
Listen,
situation.
in a relationship,
Okay. No,
relationship,
can I-
And I'm
I
not saying
wanna
that's
be
not my
that
situation
trusted.
either.
truthfully, that sounds great, and like we get on these podcasts, like,
Oh,
oh,
yeah.
you're supposed to do this, supposed to
Perfect
that.
world.
Perfect world.
Be at home like, they're off.
Realistically, like, I feel like the transparency, yes, is the truth, but we're sitting here acting like people are able to receive the truth.
Right.
You
But let
guys
me-
are thinking
how about
too
this?
negatively.
How about
because
this?
can
No,
happen in a
no. I
perfect
agree with
world.
him. I agree with
We
him.
don't live in
Let's
a
be
perfect world,
honest.
Amanda.
Let's be
Okay.
honest.
Really?
In this
Sorry,
day and
came out
time,
wrong.
most situations, transparency does go left, right? So I guess a better way for me to word it is transparency is what we should be aiming for,
Yes.
right? That should be the goal. That, you know what, we're going to work on this relationship to
Mhm.
get to a point where I can be transparent with
Mhm.
you, and you're going to take my words at face value rather than listening to the voices in your head.
Yes.
Voices in your
That's
head.
good. That's a good one.
Now she's
Me and you,
crazy.
we could talk, right?
Look at Jada's face. She's like,
So yeah,
Voices in your head go
that's the battle that we all fight as men between logic and emotions, though. Because
Yeah.
what you're saying is completely logical. Hey, this is what happened. I'm being transparent. Check this out. Boom. Right? And then 4 days later, how the hell is this shit on your mind? Like, I'm making eggs. Like, where did this come from?
yeah, because
you're not
women are more
over it.
emotional.
I don't like that.
I know you said
it
that this
sound-
person slid into your DM, but did you
just
respond
find
to
it
them
funny
with your
how-
phone number out of nowhere 4
I
days
just
later,
find
right?
it funny how.
it's-
No,
And you're like,
okay.
what?
But that is realistic.
Yeah, so let's be
because
realistic on this podcast.
sometimes, okay, I know I was on the other side of this just 2 seconds ago, but okay, real situation. If you come transparent, right? Sometimes that could be a little sketchy, right? Because he tried to get in front of it on purpose.
Right.
But he didn't say if he responded or not. And now that's on my mind. So yeah, I might ask 4 days later, but for clarification.
But that sounds like it's being filtered through your bad experiences
That's
and your
exactly because when I'm being transparent with you, I'm up against your insecurity. I'm up against your past. I'm up against your emotions, but whatever you're going through right now. And all I know is I'm here. I'm showing up as a good man. I've been
Yeah.
transparent.
Yeah.
You got my phone unlock code.
Yeah,
You got
nah,
my
yeah,
email, you got
facts.
everything.
But I'm just
I
thinking,
feel like you have to be
Maybe-
appreciated.
maybe
like,
she
you
might
would
want
appreciate that.
clarification. Just give it to her.
You can have that.
For
Just give it
me,
to her.
honestly,
But
guys,
there's clarification in that though.
Yeah.
Not
I
always.
can't
He's like-
stand
Not
it.
always.
Yeah.
It doesn't, because the new thing, and the new thing is like, I'm anxious and I have anxiety. And I've been trying to tell
I
my
do
girl,
though.
anxiety is just the need to know, right? So if I'm telling you the truth, I'm giving you all the know you need, and you're overthinking, where's your overthinking taking you? Do you ever oversolve? You're saying you're overthinking,
That's so funny.
overthinking,
Yeah, it's
overthinking.
true.
In a relationship, your partner should be making your nervous system feel calm,
Yeah.
right? And I actually love that because yes, I have anxiety. But sometimes you need your partner to make that lessen, you know? Because if she's still having anxiety, if you're being completely transparent on your end,
Mhm.
and she doesn't feel like you're being completely transparent, she still has questions and she still needs things clarified. Are you responding in a way that makes her feel safe,
Again, so
secure?
we're doing the feelings versus logic, right?
Yeah.
And I can meet you where you feel, right? And I
You can be as
there's a
logical as you
limit.
want,
No.
but her
Listen to
feelings
what you just
are
said.
are
There's a
still at the
limit.
And
forefront.
Like, it's
you
annoying.
will always have your feelings, right? So am I
And
up
you're always
against
gonna
your
feel.
feelings, or am I up against facts? What is
Reality.
really going on? What is the truth?
Can we break
just-
down both?
And just to
I think-
pinpoint off of what you said, Amanda, like that's true. Like your nervous system should feel comfortable, but that's like with everyday life struggles. If you're in love with this man and that's your man and you guys live together and that's like your life, he's gonna make you nervous sometimes. He's gonna give you anxiety sometimes because you're gonna feel things for him. You're gonna react. It's natural. But he's gonna calm you down in other stuff. Let's say you have a stressful day at work, he's gonna make you feel okay.
And
Let's say your
this is-
stomach hurts, he's gonna make you feel okay.
I
Like
feel like
Just turn that shit
no,
off.
I definitely
Word.
liked what you said a couple of minutes ago, where you were like, you've been completely transparent, and because of that, like you've accumulated
Accumulated credit, but
credit.
but I do think that there needs to be a balance, right? In order for a man not to become a slave to a woman's nervous system. And I think that there are times that he calms her nervous system, and there's times that he puts his foot down and look, go somewhere else with your BS. Like, I'm sorry. Like, I'm not doing it today. Because at the end of the day, he has to hold you accountable. If you never realize that there's an issue, you're never going to grow. So sometimes he has to hold your nose to the fire and say, look, go in the corner or go in the other room and you deal with them voices in your head.
I
Right.
think sometimes women have to realize there's imagination and there's reality, and also paying attention to reality. So, for example, I'm not going to think that every time your phone rings, I have to be on edge. If my reality is that I know what you're doing, I know where you're at, I know if you answer the phone, you know, like you don't move different around me. So why am I creating scenarios in my head? I think sometimes people have to pay attention to reality. If this person is true to themselves on a regular, then I feel as though creating scenarios and making things up in your mind is only going to drive you crazy. If this person is who they are every day, then I feel as though you should just accept this person and allow them to be them. If they decide not to answer the phone, don't just be like, oh, something's got to be on. Why you ain't answer that phone call? Who that?
Right.
Somebody calling you? Da, 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 da. Maybe they didn't. Maybe it was scam likely. Sometimes we got to chill as women, because I know I've done it. You know what I'm saying? I know I've done it.
And also, do you ever wonder what that does to your partner? when you
Annoying.
constantly do that?
Exhausting.
It's not only is it
Annoying.
exhausting, but like you have to imagine that if your partner is communicating clearly with you,
Yeah.
if your partner's being transparent with you, your partner now has to shrink themselves around you.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I agree.
They can no longer be themselves.
Ooh, that was
They can have to
good.
be a version that only
Make
you'll
you
accept,
comfortable.
right? So you're not even allowing your partner to be themselves, and you want him to communicate. Excuse me, I ain't gonna say him. Don't trigger me on this shit. I ain't gonna say him, but
Yeah.
you want all these things, but like you're also not reciprocating all these things,
Mhm.
you know. And if my whole thing is choice. If I chose to let all my hoes go, and I'm with
Right.
you, like I've made that choice. Like
So
that's
I'm with
it.
you. You got me.
You got me. So all that extra stuff, you worry about everybody else, but like who you got, like you missing, like oh my, don't start me on
And
that shit.
what you said is so when a man does that, when a man
Don't get
can
me
tell you
started.
like, yo, go to the room, you know, think about what you're doing right now, relax. Like that's somebody who cares.
Yeah, because I'm not helping.
That's a big daddy right there.
I'm not helping you by enabling you for one. And for two, I can't help you grow if I never challenge you.
Mhm.
And I think that these days, that's another issue when it comes to some women, is that they take being challenged as
A negative
a
thing.
negative thing,
Mhm.
right? And I'm sorry, I cannot always appease you because then I become a slave to every last one of your
Do women
traumas.
really do that? Like
Yes.
I can
Yes.
see it.
Listen to the men on the
I
couch.
always get in trouble. I'm
Yes.
always in trouble.
And this is why, once again, yes.
I be like, ooh, let me shut up.
I can handle you with kid gloves. I can hug you up. I can love you, but I can also tell you, yo, look, man, go sit your ass in the corner, man,
Facts.
because I'm not dealing with this today.
Right.
And the reason being, no, it's not. Look, it's never disrespectful, but it can be stern.
Or enough is enough. I've had a long day.
Yeah, I'm not talking about disrespect. I'm talking about being assertive and being stern. Like, look, we're not doing this today. All right.
And
Like,
actually, that
and,
tone-
and you can still validate that person. You can still say, I get,
Toxic as hell.
I get where
She's
you're
like, yeah, that
Once I hear
tone make
I
me
know I
want to
need go
do
sit my
stuff.
ass down. Once you say it like that, it's just like I'm tripping.
Yeah, like,
Tripping.
and you can say, look, I get where you're coming from.
Yeah.
I know what you're going through in your head, but there's a point that you have to get to that where you realize that this has nothing to do with me. So go in there,
Right.
self-reflect, and you go figure it out. I'm here
Let you
if
send
you
it all
need
time
me,
out.
but I'm not doing the back and forth today. Like I'm not doing it.
Amanda not ready for these type of things.
This is
I do. I want it. I want it.
But I'm saying this is really grown man.
You
shit,
haven't
'cause at a
experienced
certain
it, though,
age,
yet.
Like, niggas be tired.
Okay,
I'm
but guess
almost
what?
grown.
Wait,
I'm
hold
trying
on.
to see what that's about.
Girl, I love you.
Y'all be tired, but we be tired too. All right, I'm not gonna fully be on y'all side. I'm on y'all side right now, but we gotta go
Yo.
viral.
Okay,
So,
let's
turn up.
switch gears a little
What's
bit.
that?
The stats are saying that it is apparently more attractive to be single than in a relationship.
I could speak on this when it comes to my daughter, but she just turned 19 yesterday. And she was telling me that like all her friends and like everybody in the school, like they're not big on relationships. They're not big on, partnerships because they're all focused on themselves, like building themselves and, going to college and focusing on their careers and focusing on what they feel, what they want, hanging out with friends. So I do see like the younger generation kind of leaning on to that
I think it's
side.
because they see so many miserable adults.
I think it's because they're self-centered.
I think they
I
they
think-
don't see a reality. They don't see. It's kind of like I don't want nobody giving me advice if I don't see a life that I value.
Yeah.
If I don't look at you and I say that's the life I want, then I'm not gonna take the steps that you take. So if they're going home and they're looking at their parents or they're looking at their older siblings or whatever, live a certain lifestyle where they're in relationships, they're fighting, they're going through this and going through that. I think people make decisions based off of the things that
Well,
they see.
wait a
I'm
minute.
not saying that's all the cases.
No,
I'm
I'm not saying that's all the cases, but I'm saying
My sister's 19.
at what
too. I
point
talked to
in
her.
life didn't kids see their parents fight?
Yeah, but we've been
right?
talking about this the whole time. There's now social media, so
I
now
think-
they see other
I think
avenues.
I think it's just
They're
self- I
definitely
think it's
raised heavy on
self-centered. I
social
think
media.
yeah, social
no,
media is
But
heavy.
I think it's just about being self-centered. I do believe that.
But who's
To-
teaching
to
them
be
that?
young-
Because I'm not
No,
teaching
it's
my
not.
daughter that.
No, I'm gonna
Who's teaching them?
explain it to you. Right? To be young is to be selfish, and to mature is to sacrifice. And let's be honest, most of these kids are not fully
I don't
maturing.
think they're going to mature to this at
but,
any point.
but this is what I'm saying, right? I take it back to what I said earlier. When we were younger, we understood that to be an adult was to work more, was to have more responsibility, and was to have less fun. But let's be honest, and yes, I will take a page out of your book. When these kids look at social media, the 40, 50-year-old men are in the club popping bottles 7 days a week. So the truth is,
Said it.
these young boys, their idea of maturity is to now have the means to have fun 7 days a week. But Gen Z is also the first generation in a long time that their IQ is lower than their parents.
And they feel like what they're doing is the best thing. Because my daughter was talking about it like, yeah, I think for myself. We're happy that we think for ourselves, and we don't follow anybody, and we do what we want. And I'm just like,
it's
But
the
bro,
we
what?
all think that way when we were
World.
19.
Right, we
Not,
did.
Is
not, not necessarily. Not necessarily, because I'll tell you the difference between us and them, right? We still had a thirst for knowledge of things that were outside of our realm. Gen Z does not have any desire to learn anything that doesn't have anything to do with them or their era. But it's the truth. You can ask
I
them.
can see that. I can see that. My family.
I'm not trying to combat that. I'm just saying maybe with different, because for example, my sister, you have your daughter does music. Her music is amazing. Like
Yeah.
she seems very intelligent. Like
She's very
my
talented.
sister is always exploring. My sister reads more than I ever did in my life. My sister is always curious about anything. Like it's crazy to me how more thirsty
Like she
this
wants to
generation
learn.
is outside. Like they're trying to do things that we didn't have access to a lot of things. So
That's
now
true.
they're trying to do camera equipment. They're trying to become things that we never thought we could even become. We thought we was just gonna go to school, get a little degree, maybe play a little sport. But now they're trying to do a plethora of things that we never even imagined doing. So I feel as though their thirst for knowledge is coming from, again, I hate to keep saying this word, but social media. They're seeing a bunch of people trying new things, doing new things, becoming successful in many different categories. And it's making them be like, I'm going to get my life together and I'm going to be, like, I remember I used to say I was going to be a millionaire by the time I was 30. Didn't happen. But I feel as though a lot of younger people have that opportunity
Ability.
more than we did because they have all of this knowledge that we didn't, all of this information that we didn't have.
This is also the generation where you can't send someone a paragraph or you can't comment a paragraph
'Cause they won't
they're like,
read
I'm
it.
not reading.
They
all
don't
of
have
that.
the
They
attention
don't
span.
read. The truth is,
No, that's a fact.
They don't have
That's
the
a fact.
attention and they don't read.
That's
That
a
is
fact.
the honest to God truth. This is the microwave era. Yes, they all want to be rich,
And
but
they
think
all
it's gonna come
abbreviate
from
everything.
Rap, social media.
They abbreviate everything.
I don't have
All
that
the text is
experience.
abbreviations.
That's all my nerves.
All the text is abbreviations. Both my daughters do it, and I'll be like, "What does this even mean?" Like,
I'm like, what
So
is
I'm
this?
so glad that I
And some of the
actually
abbreviations be
am
dumb,
a
too.
great, like I'm
Yeah.
a great big sister.
Yeah. No, be
I'm
proud
a
of
great
your
big
sister.
because my sister has been under my wing forever, and she always says to me like, whatever, it doesn't matter. But even when she's in her relationships, yeah, I'm that girl. So even when she's in her relationships, my sister is always very emotional. She's a Pisces like you.
Pisces.
And I'm not even supposed to say that. Lord forgive me. But she's a very emotional feeling individual, and I thought that's what I thought that's what the youth was. Like my sister made me feel the complete opposite of what
she's
you
just a
guys experienced.
Pisces.
Maybe that's what it is. I don't know, but like I don't know. I didn't get that from her. I just saw someone who like.
Do you think any of that, any of your influence is affecting your daughter? Meaning, like, I'm sure you told your daughter not to have children young, right?
Yes. Which
So-
she's 19, so she hasn't had a baby yet.
Yeah, but I'm saying, so
that's an
she
accomplishment.
understands.
For sure. I had my daughter when I was 16, so
My
She's
daughter's
taking that
22, no
completely
kids
off
too. Thank
the
Lord.
like radar. So
Absolutely.
we're not.
Yeah.
We know that boys create that.
Yeah.
So let's experience everything first and like live our life.
yes,
first.
for sure. So I'm not knocking it, right? Because it is my child and I want her to not be boy crazy or not fall into that like I did, at such a young age. Because since I was like 12, I was boy crazy and I was always like in a relationship. So I appreciate that she's the complete opposite of me. But at the same time, I'm like, damn, like, is that going to continue to even when she gets older? Like, cause she's really like, she's told me like, I'm not sure if I ever want to have kids, and I'm like, what? Wait, hold up. Like, hold up, wait. No, I want grandbabies.
But you know what? But you know what?
To have kids.
But in her case,
And she's like, Mom,
if
you
it-
did
what
a
if
lot by
it's-
yourself. I seen how expensive it
But in
is
her
to have
case-
kids. Like,
in her case, what if it isn't about it being the new normal? What if that's just her?
Sure. Mhm.
yeah.
Or there might be smarter.
My
Yeah,
daughter's-
some people,
My daughter's
people
22.
are
She doesn't
allowed
have any
to-
children. Thank the Lord. I think she wants kids. I think eventually. But look,
Again,
I think it's very important for us to communicate with our children, right?
Yes.
And I think there doesn't need to be a reason, right? I'll give you a perfect example. So when me and my daughter's mother broke up, my daughter saw me in one relationship up until she was 9, right? And when me and this young lady broke up, my daughter cried, right? And I took the time to sit my daughter down and I was like, hey, I need to speak to you, right? And I said, look, I understand that you saw me and your mother get together. You watched us break up. You saw me and this young lady get together, and now you're watching us break up. I need you to understand that this isn't normal. This isn't what it's supposed to be, right? You're supposed to meet someone, fall in love, get married, and spend the rest of your life together. I don't want you to watch my life and to
And follow
think
it.
that this is what it's supposed to be. This is just what's happening by circumstance.
Facts.
But this isn't what you should be striving for. This isn't what you should think is normal, right? And I think a lot of times we're not aware enough to take the time to realize our kids are always watching us.
They are.
They
These
are
kids are sponges,
always.
but don't you think that that's like a little bit of a fairy tale?
Yeah,
No.
it is.
No, it's not because on the same hand, you have to understand that I give my daughter the balance of it all, right? Just like I tell my daughter, I say, hey, I need you to understand that I don't want to set you up for failure, right? I don't want you to go out into the world thinking every man is going to be like me. I always have your best interest at heart.
Yeah.
The truth is, most men may not have your best interest at heart, right? So you need to guard yourself. But when you do run into the man that does love you the way that I do, I need you to respect and love him the way you love and
Can I
respect
say
me.
something? But that always isn't a smooth sailing experience as well. I mean, anytime you ask someone who's married, like it's not just find someone you love, get married, live happily ever after.
But my
Two.
thing is this: just because
Two, not
just,
two.
just
That's
because
Two people.
just because the world is going crazy, does that mean I need to start calling crazy sane?
No, but it's just the fact that
But like that's my
life
but that's my
happens.
question. Yes, the world is changing, but when that change isn't for the better, you don't have to change with it. I am going to be the way that I am until the day I die. I don't care how the world changes because I know what's right, and I know and let me not use right and wrong. Let me not use right. I know what
Is right for
I know,
you.
I know what my belief system is. Let's just leave it that way. It's not about right and wrong.
Yeah, because everybody has different beliefs.
It's not about right and wrong, but I think a lot of times we're creating the environment that isn't conducive to the goal, and then saying that the goal just is never going to happen when we are creating the environment that isn't conducive for it to thrive.
But how
That's
difficult is it to be? For example, you give this advice to your child, but how difficult was it to even be that for yourself?
That's life.
That's what I just said.
And this is
it's not even reality.
No, it
because
is
the
no.
majority of us
It is
don't even
reality.
know.
Yeah, but
It is
you
reality.
naturally always
It
want
is-
better
and
for
this
your
is- and
child.
this is-
Absolutely.
and-
But you can't make them like it's kind of like feeling like a failure when you don't
But see,
when you don't make that happen for yourself. Sometimes it's like a lot of people think that they're going to have a successful career if they get their degree, or if they're gonna be married by a certain time, or they're gonna have certain kids, and then guess what? you need in vitro.
Can I?
Let me just say one thing. Let me just say one
There's
thing.
always something in life. It's just not.
But my
normal.
question- but my
life
question-
be lifing.
But
That's the
my
normal
but that's
of
my
it.
question.
There's
What is-
nobody any
what
of
is-
us know.
What is with the people of today of always wanting to skip the hard part?
No, I didn't say
yes,
that.
yes, because guess what? Yes, it's going to be hard. Yes, it's not going to come easy.
It's gonna be
yes,
work.
in order to get love and to end up with someone for the rest of your life. Yes, there's going to be a million ups and
So then we
downs.
have a
Yes, there's going to be
misunderstanding.
struggles.
We have a
But that's
misunderstanding.
life.
I know,
think-
but I'm having a misunderstanding.
So what it is there's a saying that life humbles men
Mhm.
and time humbles women.
Woo.
So as
Not
men,
humble me.
we were humbled from the gate. As men, we were humbled from the gate, and we never had the opportunity to be like the top 1% demanding $45,000, $50,000. Like that was never. I'm not talking shit. I'm not.
Yo, I hate
I'm not.
you.
I'm telling you the
Clearly
truth.
are.
He's like, I can't
was
demand
never
it. I can't tell Shorty she gotta do that for
That's
me.
just her.
I had
Just
some,
don't
I had
try
some
to date
sugar
her.
mamas
That's
and
it.
whatnot,
Go
but
ahead.
it was never 45, 50K. If I could get back out there and get that,
That's
that'd be
her.
great. Yes.
What was your number? What was your number?
What was your number, Rome?
I'm curious. What was your number?
Come on.
10, low 10K? Low
Yo,
10K a
wow.
month?
Okay.
Not even.
Low
Month?
10K?
Stop it.
Tell her Rome wasn't built
We
in the
talk-
day.
Come on, y'all. Let's really keep
That's
it a
so
buck.
funny.
A lot of people are not even making. Let's
So
be
what,
honest.
what you're saying is like we are like born with
I hate
that.
you.
Like we're born with this. Like listen, we know it's going to be a survival. It's going to be a struggle. There was never like, hey, I'm going to come in the world. I'm going to take my shirt off and I'm going to show my breast. And it was never that. You know what I mean? Even with my thirst traps, like I got to hustle for my thirst traps.
Yo, I hate you. Make sure
Are
you
you an
follow this
OnlyFans
man.
man?
Nah.
He got a few
You
thirst
got
traps for
OnlyFans,
y'all.
man?
My life is a thirst trap.
Are you an OnlyFans man?
I'm not.
I saw you on there.
No, you didn't.
Somebody using you.
Probably.
Ooh.
I subscribed.
Oh yeah, he has.
She said, "Cause I
You a
subscribe."
Yes, I did.
You
I
a lie.
paid you.
Oh, my
$45.
She said, I'm trying to see what.
She said, "Let me see."
She said, I'm trying to see what it looked like.
I'm trying to see
Oh,
some.
my
Go ahead, tell
God.
us what. I need my refund.
It's not.
I need me my-
I need my refund.
Yo, y'all crazy.
Report the account.
It's not that. I don't think that whole
has
white
45
picket fence
fake
thing.
accounts,
I don't
actually.
think that's part of the new life.
Yeah.
I don't think that's going to be a thing because I think you also have to add technology and where technology is going. So, for example, like AI, right? Where everything is going with AI. So now for your generation or what is the new generation, y'all are going to have to be faced with what's real and what's not.
Yeah.
So on a constant basis, you are going to be asking yourself,
Tested.
you're going to be skeptical about everything. So imagine being fed, is this a lie? Is this a lie? Is this a lie? That's going to be the new norm for your brain. So it's going to be harder for you to have a relationship with whoever you're with and have that trust and have that love and have that
True.
that experience that we're having now. So I think you should just lock in with somebody and get it before the robots come out.
That
I also-
reminds me of my experience.
I also believe that it was just as hard in our parents' day. I think it's just that our parents had more discipline. I think our parents had more of a desire. They
For each other.
valued it more, and I think that the people of today, the second they come across an obstacle or a bump, it's bail.
They ready, yeah.
Right? I don't think that no one's ready to fight for a relationship, and you know, and I can also say that there was a time in my life that, yo, brother, the second you pissed me off, I was out.
Or
Right? Like I was the cutoff
Norm.
king. You understand what I'm
Mhm.
saying? But it's gotten to a point where I've come to realize that, yo, nah, bro, like this has to be built.
No,
right?
just like women, men start aging too. When you start
Oh,
realizing,
no.
I gotta
See, but
sit
we age
down.
like fine wine. That's not true.
Whoa.
Don't believe that. Oh,
Some women age like
Listen,
fine wine,
no,
too.
but listen.
We all black
funny,
folk
the
do.
funny thing,
Some
women are
age
the
like
reason
fine
why
wine.
men feel like this. Because all I have to do is make sure that I'm successful and I can have any woman I want.
That's true.
I don't feel like I feel like there's your experience and there's the experience as women because I think because again you know women that are your age and you know that they can still pull men like nothing.
Yeah,
Maybe
but
they just don't have
pulling
kids.
men is
Wait,
was
wait, wait,
never a
wait.
You can-
challenge.
So
There's a
what are you
difference.
Pulling men is
There's a
never a challenge
difference.
because guys always
There's
want
a
pussy.
So you
difference.
just said all you gotta do
Listen,
is be successful.
there's a difference
All you gotta do is
between-
be a woman.
Wait,
Same thing.
no, that's not true. There's a difference between a man wanting to sleep with you.
Yeah, Jada.
and a
It's
woman
different.
wanting to
It is
be with a
different,
man.
Jada.
Those
This
are
is
two
where-
totally
oh
different
my God, this is what
things.
annoys me. Y'all don't be married. Y'all don't be getting married. Y'all be at y'all like what are we talking about?
Listen, I can open the door for you 9 times out of every 10 times.
But the
But
one
those
time you
9
don't.
times don't matter. What matters is that one time I don't.
I don't.
Every 10 times, it's like, oh, so you're not going to open the door for me, right? And I love to say that there are no absolutes in life. I am human. It is impossible for me to do something 100% of the time. But a lot of women expect the man to always hit that 100% mark. And when he doesn't, she defines him by his misses rather than his hits.
I don't agree with it. I've never been in a situation or a relationship like that.
How many women have you dealt with? You've never been in a
I've
you've
been
never been in a
lesbian for 10
relationship.
years. It's like I'm joking.
I was just about to say, how many women have you
Amanda,
because the only other man on this panel agreed.
Okay, but cool.
let Amanda
And wait, and the other man in the room agreed.
Okay, Alan is a liar from the pit of you know where.
Oh my
He's a
God.
liar.
Our performance is attached to our value. That's what the world has taught us. Whereas with a woman can fall short all day long. No one calls her less of a woman because of it.
I know,
Her
but
value
it's
is not attached to her performance.
that's so sad for y'all. Like I
But it's
feel
the
for y'all.
truth.
Like I
You know
really
you
do.
do.
Like
Oh
I
my
swear I do. I
It's
think
the
about that
truth.
now.
You wanna-
Now
I
I
don't know
think
what to
about
say.
that. I think about a man in that sense.
I'm an overperformer,
What
so
are
I
we
just
talking
I don't
about? You're a
I don't
mom,
get this,
bro.
I know.
Are you okay today?
I'm okay. I'm
You're a
telling you.
mom.
I'm telling you what it is. Like
No, but
a man is just like a woman. Like they have
You're a
feelings
mom.
too. They go through shit too, and they also want to feel like you
Who
got
had
their
to do it
back.
all for
Like
your kids.
Me, that's why I'm like.
So a
fuck
man
him.
didn't fall short for you.
he
Acrobat
did,
for
but
him.
you.
but
Why
guess
are
what?
we
That's
saying-
not every man.
but guess
That's
what?
not every
Guess
man.
What? My daughter's mother died when she was 13. I've been raising my daughter since 13 years old. What does that mean?
That's
my
what
daughter's
I'm saying. That's not
22.
every man.
Her about that situation. I
Okay.
didn't say, hey,
No,
Mo,
but
by the way.
that's
I had
not
a-
what I'm saying.
Okay.
So
but
cool,
y'all
not
love,
you. But
y'all
at the
love,
end of the day-
but y'all love. Wait.
One
But y'all love to go. Oh, but you raised the kids. There are men that raise the
Okay,
kids
so
too.
Okay,
Correct.
Guess what? So before, I'm not even going to talk about your situation because everything
And
with
I
you is mad
can't-
sensitive.
No,
so
it's not.
I
When
can't.
have I ever
I
been
can't
sensitive?
base. I can't
Have I
base.
ever been
One at a
sensitive on this
time.
panel?
Yeah, no. I'm saying
One
your
at a
life is a
time.
little more sensitive. I don't want to talk about certain
No,
stuff
that's
because
fine.
I
You
feel like
can
it's
talk about
bringing up
anything.
stuff that might make you
No,
feel
no,
some
no,
type
no.
of way.
Well, wait,
So
Please,
before you're
I'm
here,
so
before-
detached. I'm so
before
detached.
the mom
emotionally,
died,
like-
maybe I don't know. I'm not saying you weren't, but maybe the mom had majority of the responsibility. And at the end of the day, you did say your dad was living in the same building and he didn't have the responsibility. So what I'm saying is not crazy. Stop trying to make it seem like I'm crazy. I'm
No.
not bugging.
What you're saying
Your
is
mom
not
went
crazy.
ham, and it's always like, well, what are women doing? What are women doing?
But you
Women
love
are
to make it seem like that's the absolute, and it's
Exactly.
not.
I did. Okay,
No,
I'm not
you
saying
speak in that abs. I never hear you say, but there are men that take care of their.
Correct,
No,
exactly.
all I hear you say, women. No,
bad. I do.
No.
Yeah,
My
and Jada, I can't base what
'Cause y'all
my
be getting
personal
money.
situation is with my daughter's father on every man in the world.
Exactly.
I cannot, and I will not, and I will
My
not.
son's dad was a good dad. I don't have him on child support. I've said many nice things.
You know, like there
We
are
be
men
talking
out
about
there
certain
that
subjects, and I say what
top
I gotta
tier.
say on that subject. That's it. And I always attract
So,
good men.
I
So
was saying to Marie that at some point in time we have to understand
he
that
got a
we,
good wife. I don't know why he's talking to
as
her.
men and women, we're just living
not
different
talking to him.
experiences.
Drove her crazy.
We're speaking to is that we're not given the luxury of an off day, right? Because when we have an off day, the world criticizes us and calls us less of a man because of it, right? No, listen to what I'm saying. But when a woman has an off day, the world isn't critical of her. I myself, if I walk into a home where there is a marriage, there is a man and a woman, and that home
Is not
is
put together.
disorderly. Yes, I'm looking at that woman I'm looking at that woman crazy. But what I'm telling you is, in the world of today, no, what we are told is, what are you, a misogynist? Why can't you clean up? That's what we're told. Women are no longer held on that. The only requirement that there is to be a woman these days is to merely exist. There is no bar. There is no bar set anymore.
You're so disrespectful.
I cannot.
There is no
I
bar
clean.
set.
You're terrible.
I clean. I cannot.
I don't know
There is
how
no
anybody
bar
can
set
do it.
anymore.
You're terrible.
I
You're
cannot. Like,
terrible. You're
if
terrible.
Am I tripping?
You are terrible. You're terrible.
I do so much.
I don't even feel the need to
Fucking
even
men don't
express
even
anything
deserve.
He
else.
literally said it in the video.
think.
He's like, what is your job? Just to exist? He literally said it. That is how he feels. 3 men are over here telling you, hey, sometimes
look at Ro.
And listen, and once again, and make sure, and please, and make sure you're. Who
are these women?
Listen,
The ones they pick.
No,
The ones they pick.
And this is and this is why I know, and this is why hold on. This is why I know y'all are not understanding what I'm saying,
That part.
because you're saying who are these women, and I'm speaking to society standards. I'm not speaking about women. I'm speaking to how society holds women accountable and how they don't hold women accountable. I'm not speaking about women. What I'm saying is women are allowed to do whatever they want and not be held accountable. That's what I'm talking about.
I said I agree with the guys.
We know. You don't even have to say it again. We know.
Yeah, that's what I'm
No.
talking about.
It
Because
was-
guess
it was
what?
a clip.
Because guess what?
It was just his
If you
experience.
say I live with a man and he doesn't pay the bills, it's girl, he's a bum, get rid of him. If I speak to her and I go, yeah, I live with her, she don't cook all the time. She ain't your mother. Like you can't cook for
Not
yourself.
true.
That's
We'd be like, Jada,
Jada,
she
go
don't
sit
cook.
your
There's
ass
a lot of
down
girls that don't even
somewhere.
cook, Jada.
She's-
We know how to cook, but there's
she's
girls that don't
seasoned.
know how
I
to
thought
cook.
women were cooking.
No, there's a lot of
No,
girls
that's
that not
not true.
cooking,
Sit your ass
Jada.
down.
There's a lot of girls that's not
I don't
cooking.
know. I cook. That is what I love to do. So
There's
I
a
don't
lot
know.
of
I
girls
cook,
not
I clean,
cooking.
I maintain a nice, beautifully furnished,
Cardi
sexy
B
home.
gladly said, I don't
I don't
cook,
cook and
clean,"
clean.
That
and
motherfucking
everybody's
maid.
chanting it like it's cool.
It's a damn song. What you want us
Come
to do? Be
on,
quiet at
it's
that
a
part?
song. Yes.
The hell?
Hold on, you want the white
Maybe
people, you want the white people to be quiet every time the soft A is said in the song.
Well, I know you ain't talking about that. Soft A.
All right, let's get back to
Yeah, let's get back to it. 'Cause you think we hate each other, and I love you. All right, it's just a job, guys. Relax.
I
Y'all are
cook
funny.
and clean.
Yes, I cook clean all the time.
I think that this was a poor
I cook, I clean.
representation.
I'm amazing at managing a business. I'm amazing at doing so many great things. Like I just hate being brought down to just that. The vein is gonna come out of my forehead.
You're not being brought down to it. It's just that if a man can take
No, I
pride,
just hate
don't
that
use me
women
as your
think
practice.
that low of other women. You know, I'm not a man,
be
so
like,
I'm not able to say, hey, what you're saying is not valid.
Yeah,
It just hurts
can I
my
get a tissue?
feelings that so many men are saying that this is how they feel and their experiences. I've literally lost myself
what
trying to be
point-
a perfect woman to
but
men.
at what point, if so many men are saying this is their experience, do you say, wait a minute, maybe
might-
That's
Yeah,
it
should
might
I
be
should I-
true.
yeah,
yeah.
not with me. So that's them.
I
It was
understand.
just
So
the
that
clip.
it hurts my feelings that that's what the reality is. That's what
But
I'm
that's
saying.
other women. So
I
now
can't
you
believe
just
it. I'm
you
so
perfect
appalled.
you being a woman. That's it.
But until you acknowledge it and you begin to say that women need to do better,
Yeah, I agree. Just
nothing's
like when I
going to
said that men need to do
change.
better
Yes.
in their kids' life.
And I can
Right.
honestly say, no matter how I feel, yes,
Yes.
a lot of
everybody
men need to do better.
Right.
You-
Men and
you
women
underst-
just need to do better.
We need to do better.
Absolutely.
We are the problem.
I was at a wake on
So many
Friday
people
because a
who are-
friend of mine that I knew for 35 years jumped in front of the train in Jersey.
Oh boy.
That's so
and
rough.
killed himself.
Sheesh.
Like seriously, you understand? And once again, I will say this. Life is hard for all of us. But the difference is when women are struggling, they're not looked at as less than. When a man is struggling, he's looked at as less than.
seems like
He's
we're
looked at as
less
not
than.
worthy. And guess what? And the world gives us no excuses. Because when we go, this didn't work, they go, you know what? Try harder. I don't want to hear no excuses. Because you're a man. Nobody gives us empathy.
It's true.
No one.
Even like government assistance, they
No.
go more towards the woman.
Yes, no
than
one
men.
gives us empathy.
That's true.
I'm so sorry,
Like-
y'all. This is so bad.
And listen, and when I say this, I'm not saying it because I'm asking for change.
Do you want to hug, bro?
I'm not. Hold on,
That's what
hold
I'm
on.
wondering.
Wait.
That's what I'm wondering.
Let me say this. And when I say this, I'm not saying this because I'm asking for change, right? Because I understand this is the rent that I have to pay to have balls, and I'm fine with that. All I'm asking is that it be acknowledged.
That's it.
Because it makes the weight easier to carry.
That's it.
Okay, I got
Wait,
that.
That's so,
We're just
I
asking
received
for
that.
you to not be like, that's crazy. Who is that? Who does that?
Exactly.
That's crazy. Nobody would do that.
because
We're
guess
telling you what happens.
because guess what? I'm just asking that after I
acknowledge
fight
you.
the world and I come home,
I acknowledge you.
that I get a hug and I hear, baby, I know it's hard out there. I believe in you. Rather than hearing, what you beefing about? It ain't that hard. It's just as hard for me in this house as it is for you out there in the world, which is BS.
Look at Jada. Jada's like,
These women are not at home, so that is not being said a lot. A lot of these women are at work too. A lot of these, I don't know if it's harder in the house. They're not in the house. Yeah, they just want somebody to pat their back.
Hey,
They want to hold purses like us too. Hey, I don't know.
You know why I love my baby? Because her favorite place
I
is
don't think
Longhorn
that-
Steakhouse.
I don't think that.
Because we could go to
I like
Applebee's,
Tops.
we could go to Brooklyn
me to
Chop
Tops,
House, we
I'm
could go to
chilling.
STK, we could go to McDonald's, we could go to the diner around the corner,
That's
and
the
we be
best type.
chilling. We
That's the best
listen,
type.
Me and my baby could go to 5-star, we could go to 1-star, we could sit on the goddamn floor and share a bag of
I
chips,
feel
and my baby
bad
be
that
okay.
you haven't experienced. I feel bad that this is the first time you've
you read?
experienced that. That
I'ma
says
read-
something.
I'ma
I'm gonna read my thing.
Wrap this shit
I
up.
just want to say something. What I'm doing is, it's not that I'm not used to it. What I'm doing is the same thing that I would want a woman to do for me, which is acknowledging. I'm giving her acknowledgement. That's all it is. I'm championing her because it's like, no, I appreciate you.
And I see you.
Like and I see
Just to be
you.
seen.
Yes, I'm acknowledging you.
I need all of the acting clips of Rose for this episode alone.
Because Rome feels this. He
I
feels
don't
this. He
know.
really feels this.
Because it's like don't you complain. You a man. Shut
that
your
needs to
mouth.
be in there.
Yeah, it's like I'm joking.
Then
I'm just
you got
joking.
then you got the people back.
I agree with
that.
all
Don't
that.
happen. What woman? What woman? What are you talking about? We're telling you it happens.
Okay, fine.
We've experienced it. I'm literally telling you.
I agree.
He is drama today.
I don't know how I feel
Yes,
today.
It is insane. You know why? Because you have done therapy, you have worked on yourself, and you say to yourself, I would never be that woman. So there's women that haven't done any of that work that we have experienced, and you're like, damn, I'm performing for this fucking bitch.
And it's not even. And let me say this, and I'll be the first to say, and it's not even malicious. She doesn't even realize she's doing it.
Exactly.
At least you say that part.
That's the thing.
At least you say that part.
And that's the reason he stays, because he has hope that one day she will snap out of that bullshit and we will get on track and we'll get on the right path where, hey, listen, you appreciate me, you acknowledge me, and you see me.
But that's
why he sticks
backwards.
around.
That's backwards.
You can call it
A
what you
woman,
want.
no, but a woman that doesn't even know that she's doing it, that's when you don't have hope. Because when she's self-aware and you can talk to her and say,
Yeah, that's when
"This
you
is-
have hope.
This is when you have hope. But someone that doesn't even know that they're doing it,
Yeah.
you better just walk away.
Awareness is
That's
the
not-
first
that-
step.
That's not necessarily true, because you have to understand that a lot of times you're the first man like yourself that a woman has encountered in her life.
Yes.
And a lot of times she's the way that she is because other men have allowed it.
Basically,
True.
they've enabled it.
That's true.
They've
And they were just having sex with them.
Yes.
And now you're at a place where you want to build something. So in order to build something, you have to be ready to change. And if you're not going to accept the change, you're not going to accept direction. And every time I correct you, you get defensive, then you're not ready for a relationship.
And,
Yeah, that's
and
hard.
once again, it goes back to what I was saying, where you're like, why would a man stay? It's
Yeah, it's
because
hard.
we
I've
don't
been
skip
there.
the hard part.
It's not easy.
We
girl.
don't believe in skipping the hard part.
That's why
We
we
understand-
stay, because our life
Yeah.
I
has
do.
just
We
been
we
hard.
understand.
And
we
we're here
yes.
for the work.
Nothing.
I
We have
believe
never.
you're
We
too
have
grown for some
nothing
stuff.
has ever been given to us. Everything we've ever had that was worth it to us, we had to work for. So therefore,
This is just another
like that,
task.
it's like, okay, I see
That's all
something
it is.
beautiful in this person. They have potential, but you know, the life that they've lived hasn't molded them to even see what's going on with them. So I'm going to stay long enough to hopefully cultivate an environment for them to grow. And guess what? And as a man, you know, I know I'm rolling the dice, but I'm doing this because the possible reward is worth the risk.
Clock it, men. Clock
Maybe
it.
I'm
You
just-
guys are on it today. You guys are on it.
What that is.
Maybe I'm just angry. I don't know. I've given a man a place to stay, and I've given a man money. Like, I'm annoyed right now.
What is wrong with
I'm
Jada?
annoyed right now. I didn't get anybody to rub my back.
Oh,
Nobody rubbed my back when I gave somebody a bed to lay in. Shit.
Stop it, Jada.
I want my back rubbed. I want somebody to tell me, great job.
Men love deep. Women are long suffering. Women don't know that men love deep. And that is why, and what women don't recognize is that men are actually more loyal than women are. We exhibit this in our purchasing behavior.
ew.
A woman will purchase, even if the hair product that she bought worked beautifully for her, she can't help it but to try another beauty product. If a man finds a body soap that works for him, he's going to have that body for the next 20 years. Very loyal, very consistent. It's not that men don't
It's
have the
Romeo
capacity
Smiling.
to do so. Of course, there's conditioning and social, inferences and learnings that we need. But the point is that it's possible. It is there. We just don't recognize it. So because men are stoic and because men say things like we want respect, we believe, first off, women don't even know what that means tangibly. What respect, what does that look like? And second of all, men actually crave emotional intimacy and connection. Public facing will say respect. But when you really begin to break down respect, there's an emotional tension,
That's me.
connection to that. Right? There's this, he disrespected me. Your feelings are hurt. You feel hurt. But we don't want to say that. So we'll say respect. So it becomes nuanced for a woman. You're not going to get respect from her because she doesn't understand that there's an emotional connection and intimacy. But if you speak in her language and say emotional intimacy and connection, you will feel respected. You understand?
Hey,
I just want to say, Rome
Cassandra-
sold this
listen,
whole video.
He's like,
Cassandra.
And that's my homie. I knew Cassandra forever.
his faces were like,
That's my homegirl. I ain't gonna hold you.
Ain't nothing like a
Like
woman
Cassandra.
that understands a man and is on a man's side and wants to better a man.
don't twerk on the camera,
I do
Jada.
believe that a lot of times men have to understand their true responsibility of leadership, right? And a lot of times you get into a situation with a woman who's had bad leaders her entire life, right? And at the core, she's still a good woman, right? But it's up to you to know whether you are willing to put in the work, right?
Mhm.
To, and I'm not going to say to show her what's wrong with her, right? But to basically lead her to the point where she comes to realize that she's contributing to an environment that isn't conducive to what her goals are. Right? Because I think a lot of times disrespectful women don't even realize they're being disrespectful. They're running on the inertia and the momentum of how they've lived their life. Once again, what men in their life have allowed, right? And I'd love to correct this thing here too, because a lot of times people speak to, does that woman have a father in her life? Did she have a father? And I don't think that that's the thing, because the question is, okay, but how did she watch her mother treat her father?
Or vice
She got
versa.
played.
And also, how was she received by her father?
Or vice
Yeah,
versa.
I think it's more than just the presence of a dad, right?
Mhm.
Because truth be told, there are women who may have adored their fathers, right? But their mother
Was their example of how to treat the father?
did, right? So there's this inner conflict within them
Mhm.
where they love you, but they don't know how to treat you. They don't know how to value you because they never watched a woman value a man to
Can I
really.
respond?
That's so
Can I
true,
respond?
Mo. That's so true.
That's a good example because
Could you imagine that somebody loves you,
Mhm.
but they don't know how to treat you?
Absolutely.
That is so true.
That's-
which brings me
I'm
to
over
my
here
next
like,
point.
and it listen, and it happens.
to cry
and,
over here.
and once again, and this is where, as a man, you got to put your big boy pants on if you truly love that person,
That's very true.
right? And this is what I mean by the balance, right? The balance of giving that person validation, giving them love, but also knowing when to put your foot in their ass. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
And when I say put your foot in, I'm not talking about physical, I'm not talking about violence, but knowing when to put your foot down and say, look, you're not going to play this Jedi mind trick with me. And you're not going to try to trick me into thinking that what I'm doing is wrong, because all I'm trying to do is teach you what no one else cared enough to teach you.
So true.
So in this conversation, I'm just going to bring forth that a child's the representation of the man in their life has to be a good representation. Because again, let's talk about shaping people into how they react in the future. That's a good example as to why I act the way I act. Because I'm sitting here seeing a woman cater to a man. My dad is incarcerated, but my stepdad, he was in my life, and it always was kind of like, I'm gonna fix everything by bringing gifts or buying or love bombing and stuff like that. And then you have a woman who's waiting for a man to get his shit together and be faithful or be a good man and not just always try to come back after he's messed up with gifts and sweet talk. And then as a child seeing, yo, my mom needs to be treated better than that, or maybe that's not, I'm not trying to throw my mom under the bus, but at the end of the day, seeing those types of examples where you're loyal or faithful to a man that portrayed as if he was going to be a great father figure and a great man to you, and then my phone, you know what, forget it. I ain't even gonna go that deep. But at the end of the day, sometimes I look at men as, yo, I can hear all of these great things, but sometimes it's just embedded in my brain, the things that I've seen, not just with my mother, but with friends. I'm going through it really bad now with a friend. And sometimes I just see like how great sometimes like a man will have it, and he'll just stomp all over, crip walk, do the hella toe, all over it, and violate these women. And so I'm sorry, that is just what I see more than the good. And it's not that I don't have like great women around me. It's just that I have a lot of experience with shitty men. I'm sorry, but that's why I'm very aggressive. And that's why even my relationships, I attempt to be a great woman, but I always have this idea of like, yo, it doesn't matter how great you are. sometimes men are just gonna do what they want to do.
My dad was not around, like he left when I was 4, came back, and then left me when I was 16 and I got pregnant. He disowned me, straight up
I
disowned me.
remember you told me that. Yeah.
So, it comes to a point in our lives though, at our age, where we can't blame what our parents did, or what we seen when we were
That
little.
wasn't blame. That was just me.
But
seeing
you
and
saying
experiencing.
right now that it still hits you, that means you're still dealing with that. Like
Yeah,
you
I
still
also said
struggle
I
with
have
that.
friends as well that are still.
But that has nothing to do with you. That has
I'm
nothing
not
to do with
saying
you.
me. I'm saying in general with men in their relationships. I hear that a lot of times. Okay, I'm not saying women are not the problem. I'm not saying that they cannot be annoying or whatever the hell it is that they're doing in their relationships, or they just expect the most out of a man and they're never being appreciative. I'm saying that I'm experiencing the opposite. I'm experiencing women who are loyal, staying at home, waiting for that man, doing whatever they need to do, cook, clean, everything,
Yeah, but
putting their jobs on the line just to make sure that they're doing right by that man. And then he's completely violating. You getting phone calls from the next chick.
I
and this and
understand.
that. So what I'm telling you is not only that experience growing up, but that's why I'm just like men can be strict in their relationships. Sometimes I feel like I can be either too lax, because sometimes I'm just like, man, a man gonna do what he do, or I'm just gonna be like not strict, but it's like as soon as something rubs me the wrong way, or I feel as though you've already done something that I don't approve of, it's like that's not what I want for my life. Let me go ahead and move
no,
on.
I understand exactly what you're trying to say. But what I'm telling you is that you should not base anybody's experience on your experience, and you need to. Right, the first step you're doing is being aware. You're being aware
That's
that
it.
you're being aware that this is what I see, and sometimes it affects me. But now you have to take an extra step and actually be mindful of that when things are happening in your life, and be like, all right, let me not take it like this, or let me do the opposite, or let me not think about that, because it will affect your relationship, and you're
Absolutely. What it
carrying that
affects is me
you're
on my
carrying that
podcast at
trauma
work.
like into your
What it
relationship.
affects is me at work. When I go home, I'm always in a great relationship. One thing about me, I'm always in a great relationship. Do I bring my experiences to work? Hell yeah. Am I a totally different person at home? Yes, definitely. I am. Actually, it was a joke before I came to work. My little sister was like, you about to go there and talk junk. We just laughed about it a little bit too, even though you didn't find it funny. But yeah, like I'll bring certain shit to work that I experience or I see, but my experience at home is completely different. I'm just bringing awareness.
You
to
definitely
things
just
that I
can't
know.
let your traumas be like your
It's
life.
not my
I
reality
think,
at home.
like as we grow up into adults, there's a point that we have to get to where we come to realize that everything we've gone through in life are just isolated incidents
Mhm.
and have no reflection on what lies ahead, right? And the path that's ahead is a path that's untraveled, and it has nothing to do with what's behind us. And I and
My
we all
homegirl got played
and we
yesterday.
all understand. And guess what? And there are other homegirls that are gonna get and there are other homegirls that are gonna get played tomorrow, right?
Broke my heart.
And the next day. But my thing is this: as human beings, I realize that we always form our idea of what the future lies by our bad experiences and not by our good.
Mhm.
Because if we really thought about it, out of all the people we came across in our life, we've met way more good people than bad. That's every last one of us have met more good people in our lives than bad.
In the beginning, they're good.
No, listen. No, listen. I'm not talking about relationships. I'm talking about people you've come across in life. You've come across more people that have done good than bad. That is just how it is for everyone in life. But for some reason, we love to craft our vision of what the future holds by our bad experiences. And I think it's because pain is way more memorable than joy.
It's true.
Yeah.
It's a pain pleasure loop.
Yeah, but the truth is, our bad experiences are not a depiction. They're not a mirror of what lies ahead. Our bad experiences are just a mirror of what we have the opportunity to learn from, right? And the truth is, the only thing that we can do is self-reflect and look at what we contributed to the situation as we move along, and make sure that we don't repeat that, rather than projecting it on other people, because we
Yeah.
have no control
That's what I'm
of
saying.
their actions. We only have control of our own.
Yeah, that's what you can't say. You can't even argue that. You can't argue that.
She was thinking about it though.
You better ASK Amanda today. You better ASK Amanda. Just forget it. Just
Ask Amanda.
Okay, today on Ask Amanda. My husband has recently had incredible success in a glamorous celebrity related career. I'm proud of him. We've been together almost 15 years and he's worked hard for this. But the truth is, his success has completely changed our marriage. His job involves a lot of international travel and late nights. I know he's faithful. That's not the issue. The issue is that I barely see him anymore, and when I do, I feel like I'm no longer part of his world. He posts photos with a lot of celebrities, often much younger, beautiful women, and I hate how much it gets under my skin. He looks so happy, so alive in this glamorous new life. I can't help but feel like I can't compete with that energy. How do you compete with celebrities and a lifestyle most people only dream about? I'm proud of him, but I feel left behind. How do I support his success without losing myself or my marriage in the process?
The men just want you to thug it out.
No.
Thug it out. Don't
I
say
think,
nothing. Just live it up.
I think, like I have been around many celebrities. And just because you're around celebrities doesn't mean like he wants to be with the celebrities. You hope that he's smart enough to be like, oh, well, these are just celebrities. Celebrities are like the worst people to deal with, honestly. Like they're all over the place. They're
Oh my
they're
goodness.
fucking this one, that one, that one. Like nobody wants
Exactly,
a
that's
celebrity. Like nobody wants like deep down, nobody wants a celebrity. Like it's just work. So she shouldn't feel so insecure.
I think she needs to have a conversation with her husband and make him aware of how she feels. I think she needs her feelings validated. I think she needs to hear him say, babe, I can understand why you feel this way, right? And I think she needs to hear him say, but although, yes, this is my dream, this is my passion, and yes, I'm enjoying it, but the truth is the only reason I'm doing it is for us, right? And I think maybe it's okay for her to say, babe, can you include me a little more, right?
I was thinking this.
Maybe it's take me to some of these events,
Yeah.
right? And I think that when she's in the room with him, right, and he's doing his thing, but he's still holding her hand, he's still taking the time to come back to her and check on her, right? And she'll come to realize that even in this world of so many important things and things of value,
I feel like there's no need for her to feel like she needs to compete with celebrities. This is his job. But also, I do feel like he should be including her in his success because it's not like he's the celebrity.
he may not even know how she feels. That's why the communication
Well,
is
yeah, the
important.
communication is, important, but
Also,
also just as a husband, I would think that you would include your partner in your success. It's not like you need to be in the, public forefront and you need to be acting like you're not married.
Let's keep it a buck.
I was trying to look to see who
Let's
it
keep it a
who
buck.
it's from because it also depends on the
Let's
position.
keep it a buck, y'all. Come
Like,
on
what if you
now.
cannot have
tired
your
of y'all.
wife
I'm tired of
there
y'all.
with you at work? Like, there are
There are
positions
times that
like
he
that.
won't.
This is textbook
There are
bullshit.
I'm sure that he won't. I don't think it's
He's
100%
gonna bite
of the
the
time
bait.
that he can't.
Wait,
Right?
No, but I
there
know-
are times that
I
he won't be
know.
able to. Yeah, definitely.
I know a couple. That's why I had to look real quick because I'm like,
If
is
he's
it-
not
is it from the
including
couple that I know?
They don't
I
ever
know a
say
couple.
Jada,
I
here
know a
comes those
couple.
past experiences again.
I'm gonna be the one that speaks from
Wait,
trauma.
hold on. I know a couple who they're married. They've been together for around the same time. That's why I'm like trying to snoop because I'm sure they watch the show. The husband is a photographer. He travels internationally. He's always around celebrities. They're big corporate companies are always booking. He just worked the Super Bowl. So he's everywhere, all over the place, and you just can't be insecure when you're with somebody like that, Like you gotta know your man. You gotta know your husband. You gotta know your wife. You signed up for this. Like
But I will say that she
was home. She was having her matter of fact, she was having her baby that week.
But she did say that his career.
Yeah,
but she did say that his career just took off and things just changed, right? So I do think that as things change in our lives, especially when we're part of a union and there are co-partners, that people can be a little uncomfortable and it takes time to adjust. And that adjustment happens through communication, right? And it happens through transparency, right? And if she's having these feelings, I think the most important thing is to let him know because believe it or not, right? sometimes in that situation, you don't know what their life was before. Maybe she's not the type of person that likes to go out like that. And maybe in his mind, she doesn't want to be around this stuff. You understand? Because believe it or not, us as men, a lot of times we're clueless. We're clueless to what's going on in your head, right? And
That's
sometimes you see it one way, and the truth is, yo, we don't
I
even
feel
know
like
that
we
you're
use
feeling
that
that way.
excuse for men way too often.
You say how you
Y'all
clueless?
don't know
What?
nothing.
Jada.
I'm not
Jada.
saying nothing.
Because y'all aren't logical. Y'all work off of emotion.
you better
and it
stop.
doesn't. So the way we process things is not the way y'all process things.
Women are not logical
Jada,
now.
why do you think
No,
that
women
this
aren't
is-
I'm
logical.
not saying nothing.
Women
'cause
are
I'm about to go
emotional.
ham.
No, Jada, I want to know why
you
you
can go
think
a whole
that this
pork
is
shoulder because women
I'm
ain't
about to go
logical.
pork shoulder. I'm about to
Women
go
are
pig
not
intestine.
logical,
I'm about to go
Jada.
chitlins up
Pig
in this
incest.
Women are emotional, men are logical.
Yeah, that's it. Fine. Okay.
You're not being logical right now, Jada.
Just
You're
say
being
more.
You
emotional.
said it. I ain't logical.
Just say more logical,
More logical.
Yes.
more emotional.
Yes.
You have very little bit logic.
Damn.
Whatever.
Women have some logic,
Continue.
but it's just the emotion overrides their logic.
Yeah. Jada.
You have to admit, look how you act right now. That's emotion. That's emotion that you're going through.
I don't care. It works for my life.
Naisha, you doing okay today, but you can't talk.
All right, listen, I'm a work in progress, okay? At least I'm working on myself.
in progress.
Girl.
She was sitting here the other day
think,
about to cry about Disney World.
I'm not
Yeah. Are
saying
you
All
gonna
right,
nothing.
come on, share.
I forgot. I think everything that I thought went.
No, you said this is a textbook situation.
It is.
Why was it textbook?
Well, I'll tell you. She said that
If she's
he
not,
took
if he's
the
not
bait.
bringing her
Why
around,
you-
go ahead. If
Why
he's
would
not,
you in my
if he's not
business?
bringing her around, it's because
No, nothing.
It's
'Cause
because
you already thought of
he's
something
trying to
say.
smash on the celebrities.
Rome, what she said.
Well, she said I'll say that she said he took the bait. I'll leave it at that. She can say the rest if she wants to, but I'll give my take, and then if you think you want to
Jada,
say
what's
it,
the
you
bait?
can say it.
What's the bait? Yeah, who's
So-
the bait?
Well, the
Nothing.
bait
Please
is
leave the floor to Jada.
Jada. You gonna say it, or you want me to say it?
Nothing. Everybody is just great. They communicate well. No one does anything wrong. We're all just living in this fantasy world. I'm the only one that's crazy, so we'll
Well-
just leave it at that.
well, let's okay. So let's talk in perfect world.
I'm crazy.
What if he senses her energy and he's like, "Damn, I can't even take the chance of bringing this woman to these events because I don't know
Gonna
how
fuck
she's
up my
going to
job."
act around these people and mess my job up." What if it's that?
That's true.
Well, that's the wife that you married. That's wild. That's crazy.
You sense an energy, and your thought is to
Your wife's your
not bring her?
partner.
Well, you also don't know
If he's
who
gonna,
she is.
she's gonna fuck up his job.
If she's gonna,
That
The
part.
money
That's
the money that
crazy.
feeds both of y'all.
Yeah.
Listen.
Logic.
What energy?
It's not
do you think
logical.
that-
The man that
Isn't
married the
the
woman that's
energy
crazy.
that you would be feeling is that she's feeling left out, she's feeling a type of way about something, and your
Listen.
response to that is to
Wait,
not bring her
listen,
around?
let me tell
What
you.
if the
Hold
roles
on,
were
hold on, hold on.
reversed?
Wait, let me say
Wait,
something.
wait.
Let me just say something. Let me just say
I'm just
something.
saying, I'm
All
just
of us
saying.
to a degree are in entertainment. And we all know that you cannot bring everyone around in those rooms because
Facts.
everyone does not know how to handle themselves.
Mhm.
That is a reality. You have to be selective.
Very true.
Because everybody does not know how to handle themselves
That part.
in those situations, and sometimes they will embarrass you.
Remember that time my baby daddy pulled up?
I'm just saying, like that.
like, Jada, that's your baby
also
dad?
a reality. Like,
Yo, he's
But
crazy.
Isn't that Jada's baby dad?
Yeah.
Partner, though.
even if it's your partner.
So you're never bringing them around.
No,
not
I
what he
did.
said.
That's
That's what
not
he
what
said.
I said.
Hold on.
Where did he say that?
Hold on. I didn't say. Don't get me fucked up. I never said that he said that.
Okay.
But it's knowing who to bring around because people can or can't handle themselves, right?
Correct.
If you feel like she's someone that can't handle themselves, then you're never gonna bring them around.
No, he'll probably continue to have a conversation with her
Until
and
he
work
feels like
until he
she's
feels
ready.
she's
he
ready.
feels comfortable. And
Yeah.
also, maybe she had said to him before, "Hey, this makes me uncomfortable."
Yeah, and work is work, guys. Like, work is work.
That's a perfect.
It's
You're
not
doing
fun.
You're doing the perfect
and,
world.
And you know what? And we
Work isn't just work. Sometimes like we need to be moving and shaking, and you bring that partner out who's already insecure. Now you got to do extra. You got to keep them by your arm while you're trying to network. And you could have just had the conversation beforehand, before bringing her outside. And now you got to go home to another conversation. Who's this? Who's that? Who's this?
I mean, that's a more detailed thing, but that's why I said work is work.
Yeah, everything is
And
more
Work is work.
detailed.
You don't need to come with me to work.
Hey, wait, and let's be honest, and we spoke about this at the beginning of this episode, right? When you're dealing with someone who's not in the industry, they look at your work as you having fun.
Yes,
right.
yes. Oh my God, that's so true.
Right.
Sometimes
And
it
it's
is.
like,
They
this
don't-
not
they
even
don't
fun for
understand
me.
it.
This is work. Like, I don't even want to be here.
Y'all be having fun.
But sometimes it is fun.
Sometimes your job is
once
fun.
again,
Because
listen,
you're
wait,
20-something.
Because listen,
doesn't
because wait
until you're in your
listen,
30s and you're still
listen,
doing it. You're not going to
listen,
feel like it's fun.
Listen to what her determination. Listen to what her determination of it is he has pictures with celebrities, and okay, but do you know what he's doing in those rooms? That's probably. He probably doesn't even want to be there. He's probably like, damn, I got to go to this another goddamn event tonight. You understand? And
No one
and he has to
ever.
put on that face. It says no one
I
ever.
don't think she would be
Okay, I'm
reacting.
just
I
like
am the
this.
listen.
That's
First
not
of
true,
all,
Amanda. That's
I
not
am the
true.
guy that is
Oh,
invited
that's not
everywhere
true.
that goes nowhere.
not true.
That's
Yeah,
Are you
I
mad?
agree. I do too.
I'm very confused.
I'm siding with the men. These days, I am siding with the men.
You know, when I go into to networking events, I had to tell my girl, I was like, you know what? I have to make a plan for myself. Like today, I'm going to speak to 3 people, and that's huge for me to do because I like to just chill. I like to just absorb and observe the information and just just gravitate to people. But like for me to come out of my shell and be like that's a lot.
You did your thing.
That's a
Yeah.
lot. I have to get
That's
myself
good,
to that
though.
point.
That's
We have
really
that in
good.
common.
So imagine like me trying to bring my girl out and like she's
Now I
trying
gotta
to
worry about
who's this? I'm like, yo,
Is
you
she gonna do that? Y'all don't
I
have
don't
women that
know.
just vibe and just be like, "Hey, girl."
yes, but you have to prep. She has to look at
That's
you
crazy.
differently than y'all are out at a restaurant or y'all out together. Hey, listen, I'm at work right now and I have to psych myself up to be here. So you're not going to see the same man that you see out that's comfortable and confident. Like I gotta woosah just to be in this room.
in whatever job, whatever field it may be, if he was like being successful in that or he was being recognized highly for whatever the hell he was doing, I'm pretty sure she'd want to be included in that.
But how do you?
Yeah.
How could you say
mean-
that? You're pretty sure.
Yeah.
You don't know.
Well,
I'm
I
not
know
honest.
what this girl is feeling like, and I'm just saying that it might just be the same feeling in any field.
But
It's just gonna get worse.
He's just reached a new echelon. Like, can he get a moment to settle
Word,
himself
girl.
and
Girl,
get
sit your butt
comfortable
down.
in this new atmosphere?
Sit your butt down.
Right before he has to bring a whole new element into
Right.
it and balance
I'm serious.
both of and this element here is unpredictable.
That part. Because God forbid, the
Can be
hostess be hot.
unpredictable anywhere, though. If I was her, I'm coming like, are you embarrassed of me?
See that?
See?
Bro, that's
Oh,
not.
my
That's
God.
hella insecure.
No.
That's not. I
Oh
want to
my
know.
Stay home.
I
That's
want to
very
know.
insecure of you,
That's where
Amanda.
you keeping me
And then-
anyway.
and then
So
that's-
what's the
and then see?
problem?
And this is where the problems arise because then
And
I
then what's
bring
the-
you,
so what's
then
the
I bring you,
problem?
and you feel I disregarded you all
That's
night
where you
when I was
keeping me
working.
anyway?
I didn't
So
give
you
you enough
crazy.
attention. You left me
I'll
sitting
be
in the
that.
room.
Let's
you
be
sat me
honest.
sitting in the corner of
Sometimes
the
men
room.
do stuff like that on purpose. It's like
Oh
I don't want
my
nobody to know I got my
God.
girl here. Hold up, this is my work wife. I gotta be careful. Let me go in the corner and take a shot.
Work wife?
I'm just saying. Sometimes people got their little work situations. I'm just saying. Maybe
Who
not in all.
hurt you?
I'm not.
Yo, for real.
You're
I'm just
speaking-
saying real situations. We have. There's a
The
whole
ghosts of the
viral-
past
Yo.
are showing
there's
up again,
viral-
Jada.
There's viral, a freaking evidence of work husbands and work wives. Why y'all be acting like this?
And there's
When I
viral
used to
evidence
talk
of
about
great
stuff-
men with
when I
great
used to talk
husbands,
about
too.
stuff on this podcast, a couple years later, that's when we were still a little bit like protected. We were acting like girls weren't getting body surgery, and we were acting so like the world was just coming out of COVID, and people were just starting to be online. And I was trying to tell y'all, this is not what's happening. Like I was trying to be real, and now every single time I'm being real about stuff, everybody's acting like I'm saying like something that's not
This is-
true.
this
People
is
have
the
work husbands and work
performative
wives.
part of
People do act funny when they bring their spouse to
set.
work.
I hear from you, Jada.
I'm not insecure. I'm just telling y'all it's true.
Bringing this.
Yeah, babe.
They both need their own separate clips from this episode.
I'm just saying that sometimes there can be something going on. I'm not saying all the time. I just like to bring a little spice to the show. Is
So
that
why
a
are you
problem?
thinking negative?
I'm not thinking negative. I'm just bringing reality to the show. Like everything is not peaches and cream.
She's
Sometimes a little salt and
she's-
pepper in the peaches and cream.
She's asking for help. How
Make
is
it
that
peach
going to
show.
help her? That's my question.
Okay,
she's,
fine.
She's
The
asking
help
for
is-
help. How is that going to help her?
Hey.
No, I'm not
So
saying it
guess
doesn't
what?
happen.
So
It happens.
guess what?
It
They're
happens.
definitely
Man
gonna
said
trade
it.
in their wife if
But
they if she's over here like Amanda. Like, oh, so you're not gonna bring me?
But
Oh,
that-
so I'm not good
Doesn't
enough to be
matter.
around?
That's not-
But
it
that-
doesn't
but that-
matter.
next-
But at what part? But at what part? But at
Is
what?
that easy?
But at what part does
You know me. They said this
But
is
hold on.
15 years in.
But at what part does knowing your spouse
know what
come
the
into
fuck this
play?
is.
Exactly.
That-
15
that-
years? You
that's
should
my
already
thing.
know
You've
the
been
type
with
of
this
man he
person
is.
For 15 years. You should know what type of man you have.
Mm-hmm.
Just say
Should
you
you
didn't
not?
expect him
But
to
then
get
why
that
you
far.
acting funny?
How's he acting?
But then
funny?
why
But he's
you
not
acting
acting
funny
funny.
then?
How is that acting funny, Amanda?
Why are you?
Wait, the only way.
love it.
Hold on. Now, this is my question. Now, this is my question. Has he not been taking you to events the entire time he's been working? But now that he's gotten to this new, maybe he was the assistant for the past 10 years, and now that he's moved up, and he's around the celebrities. Now it's important.
She just said
Now it's a problem.
No,
Now
yeah,
it's a
now
problem.
it's important for you to be
No,
around.
she's saying
Yeah,
the
but with the
relationship is
same, but
being-
even with the same example, if you were bringing me to events before,
No, I'm
but
saying
now
if he wasn't. I'm saying if he wasn't, because that happens a lot too. That happens a lot too, because while the man is putting in the work and doing all the sweat equity, it's not important for you to be there. But then as soon as he gets to the point
Now you gotta
where
be there.
now you have to be there. But so the truth is, he didn't change, you did.
And how's he supposed to even know that now all of a sudden you care when you
Don't
never
look at me
cared
like that,
before?
because that
Now
was a
because I'm
made-up
with
scenario.
celebrities, now you want to be out here.
Unsquint your eyes, bruh.
No,
Unsquint your
that
eyes.
was a
Everything we're
completely made up.
Everything we've been
scenario.
saying are made up
That-
scenarios.
that-
yeah, and it's all
Everything
true.
we've been
Wasn't
saying are
in
made
here.
up
That's true.
scenarios.
wasn't in here.
It's
So-
true. We're all making up stuff, and that's why it's good to exercise our brains a little bit because anything is possible. That's all I'm saying. We all are making valid points.
I like your
agree.
imagination.
Listen,
Thank you. At the end of the day, I think there's many reasons why.
All right, but what is the advice to this woman?
Exactly. What is
What
the
is
advice?
the advice to
that
this
man,
woman?
girl,
talk to that man.
Jada said go through his phone.
no, I did not. What I'm gonna be real with you.
Here we go.
Baby girl, choose wisely.
Yo.
Choose wisely what
They've
you
been
gonna
together
do.
for 15
Y'all
years.
They've been together for 15 years. She chose
They're
already.
married.
She
What
chose
you tryna
already.
do?
She chose already.
Okay, so in this scenario right now, you feel some type of way. What you gonna do? You gonna just eat it, or you gonna make a scene? Just pick because your future is relying on it.
Not make a
Girl, I think you
scene.
should take option 3, which is speak to your man. Let him know how you feel.
He ain't gonna care.
He
Like, I'm
ain't
joking,
gonna
I'm just
care.
I just, I want to be an
Okay.
actress.
She definitely can. Let's go with option 3.
That's true.
She should
She-
talk
she's-
to that man.
Because she's in her head.
She's just in
her
her
head,
feelings.
yeah.
She expressed
she's
herself. He
Whole
might
thing is
in her
change.
head.
her being in her feelings. She's already married to him. They can obviously speak. He's got to fly out there, take pictures, then come home
Rome?
to her.
Wrong.
She-
This
You know
is
what-
what
you
this
know
is
what-
what
hold on,
I
hold
was
on.
saying.
Rome, you know
That's
what
why
too?
I said
A
choose
lot of
wisely.
times when a woman holds it in, it's because deep down inside she knows she has no reason to really feel the way that
Yep,
she feels.
and she's asking for advice because
Absolutely
she's
not.
unsure.
Absolutely
This
not.
is what
That
I was
happens
saying.
too.
Trying to keep the fucking peace.
No.
Okay.
Right. That
Actually,
part.
This is-
we're gonna come to
Close.
an end.
No, wait, can I give my opinion?
I wanna hear it, Nisha.
Excuse me. Yo, y'all horrible.
I don't want to hear
Listen, girl, I would say you obviously are unsure of your emotions because you're coming to Amanda for help.
Don't
Okay?
say
That's number one.
Soft day.
That's number one.
Amanda.
Number two, to me, if I was in your shoes, I would not go speak to my man unless it's really, 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 really bothering me. Otherwise, just sit back, watch your man, watch your husband. Now, if he makes a mistake or there's really something that he does, then of course, have a conversation. But that's your husband. You should know your husband. You should know that he's not cheating on you. You should know that he's loyal. His job, his position, him being around celebrities doesn't change your marriage. Doesn't change how much he loves you. Doesn't change anything that he's doing for you, right? He's out there working to provide. I'm sure he's paying bills. He's taking care of you. So don't bother that man. Don't even come to that man with that nonsense because he's going to look at you crazy. He's going to look at you like, babe, are you serious? Like, I'm over here busting my ass. Like, I don't give a fuck about J-Lo. I don't give a fuck about this Gardy. Like, I'm over here. I'm with you. I'm married to you, right? So again, just chill. Don't let your mind be eaten up by the negative shit. Don't overthink. Sit back and slap yourself. Like, chill. Yes.
And young lady, I think you're projecting because you're probably worried about what you would do if you were in a room full of
Thank
celebrities.
you. Say that. Hot
Who,
ass.
young lady who?
I'm just
Oh.
I'm just going to reiterate
She's like, young lady.
that I think that you should speak to your husband about your feelings because if you're in a marriage of 15 years, you should be able to do that with your partner.
Yeah.
And don't listen to her.
But I think she's overthinking.
Because
I think she's overthinking.
it doesn't matter if she's overthinking. She can overthink and she can talk to her husband if
All right,
that's what
so
she
then,
feels like
so then
doing.
say, babe,
Overcommunicate,
I'm
overcommunicate.
overthinking, and this is what I'm
To
feeling.
say,
I said
don't
choose
talk
wisely.
to that man. Don't bring that bullshit to that man. You're not a child. Okay? You can go talk to that man because that's your partner. And to not talk to him about this foolishness or whatever as if you're a kid and you don't need to bother your parent is just like, no.
I'm so glad everyone is different
No,
in the world because I
this
want
is
everybody else to
that's my closing remarks. This is Ask Amanda. I gave the closing remarks.
Yeah.
So thank you for writing in. And that is my advice to you. Mwah.
What are we also doing on these platforms? What is Alan doing? He's doing clickbait. So a lot of times you don't even get to see.
Now she throwing you in the mix.
The whole conversation.
She said Alan doing clickbait.
You get to see the hot part. You get to see the drama unfold before you
Yo.
even get to see it warm up to the hot part. So at the end of the day, what did she say after that? Thank you. You don't know.
Well, that's the
I love you, Jada.
Exactly. You gotta tune in.
That's
At the end of the day, you don't know what she's saying. And if I'm telling you my perspective on my experiences, that's just my experience. That doesn't mean that everyone else has to follow my lead. That's not the point. And I get you saying that we have a responsibility, but at the same time, we're all adults.
We are, but when I say it's delusional, I said it's delusional as a reality for everyone.
Right.
That it's delusional. That's not going to be the reality. That's not going to be the reality for most people.
So
to be
everyone
honest
should be
with
mad at Beyonce, at Cardi B, at all the women who were singing their songs and they're talking about, oh, he paddocked me, he this, he that, like da 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 da. Like everyone's getting that information fed to them by everyone else, but that is their experience. They're still singing the songs. They're still being influenced by just everyone in general.
I feel like this conversation has something to do with comparison.
Yeah.
How did this start? What did I
Okay.
miss?
Play it. Run it.
Honestly, I'm spoiled.
No, as soon as they said it's sports, it's going to be a ticket. Go ahead.
What's that mean? Just
What's that range?
because it's good insight because we just have these hypothetical conversations all the time. But just somebody you're like in the top 1% of girls that's actually you're exposed to that life, right? Like so.
Yeah.
But at least he said
What
it.
is you say you're spoiled? What does that mean?
So what did y'all miss?
Spoiled means I need you to be able to keep up with my lifestyle if you want to be with me.
Period.
What does
I'm
that
not
mean?
asking you to
Ladies,
pay
take
my
notes. Take notes
She said,
because
I'm
it'll
not
work on the
asking you to pay
simp.
my bills.
I have a
bills.
lifestyle I expect to keep.
For
Yep.
myself, you should be able to do it for me too. And if I can't depend on you to be able to handle what I have on my plate, then there's no reason for me and me and you to be together, because that means you're gonna hold me back, and that means I'm gonna have to be looking out after you.
What about love?
What does that mean? Financially, what does that mean, though? What does that mean? What does that mean on a monthly? What does that mean? Roughly.
Numbers?
Yes.
Yeah.
She's like, number.
Like 45, 50.
$50,000 a month. So you need $50,000 a month.
What is true? I can give you the paperwork right now.
No,
Listen.
no, I'm not saying that you're not getting it. But hold on. You got a contract?
Listen.
You sign contract? They sign contracts?
But if you allow me, let's say my partner doesn't allow me to work, I am going to look at you and say, are you paying all my bills?
That's it.
Because in order for me to sit down, somebody have to pay all my bills. And not just my bills. I need extra money because you can't give me my bill money and then I'm left with nothing.
Yeah.
I need money to save too.
You're flat. Yep.
And that's honestly, that's what really becomes expensive, because my bills alone are already really high.
Yeah.
So I need a little bit more, not just for hair and nails and stuff, but I need a little bit more because I need to be able to save, and I need a backup, because after we break up or anything happens in between me and you, I need security until I can find not another job, but you know what I mean? So I can get back into what I used to do before. I don't require my man to do it. Do I expect it? Yes.
And it begins.
Honestly, that was a better clip of her.
Because see how
That
y'all
was a way better clip of
see how
her.
y'all was digging in me. Y'all was
That was a way better
trying to
clip.
dig a grave for me.
Because she did say at the end she doesn't require it. She expects it.
I have a question. What does the man get out of all this?
Oh my!
No, a good question.
Ask
The girl.
question.
Very
I
good
bet it is a
question.
good question.
Wait, you said what? The girl?
Here we go.
No, this is a serious question.
My presence is a gift.
No. See, you trying to set me up. I'm asking a serious question, just like as a man that does not date the top.
He's asking
1%.
for clarity.
I'm asking for
Yeah,
clarity. Like,
I think it's stupid for a woman to say, "Oh yeah, you just get me." Like, of course, a man is gonna react to that. Like, what? Like, and especially a lot of guys were reacting to her like, "Oh, you ran through the industry, ran through you. Like, who's gonna pay that?" But she did say, right? She did say, it's not a requirement, it's expected. She did also say that she's keeping up, she does this herself. So if you want her to sit down and not work, that's why she's gonna be like, all right, then you gotta pay for everything. Because if you don't want me to work, then
what do
you know.
y'all get out of what do you want?
I'm
What do you
sorry.
get from your woman?
I'm sorry. One second. I heard all that.
Yeah.
I'm asking you, what do you get? No, please. She was already answering. I
Okay.
thought she was answering my question, but she just repeated this.
just-
Because obviously you don't get much. You just get the woman. Like, you know, like let's be for real. You don't get much. You get the woman. And I don't agree with that per se, right? But at the same time, like I said, like she said, for her, this is her words. You know, if you're telling me to sit down, then that's what I need.
I'm not.
As a woman, I'm
I-
gonna answer it.
Okay, please do.
What you get as a woman
Thank you.
who knows how to make money, run a business. She's obviously needs a partner who can, you know, meet her where she is. Maybe you guys can run businesses together. Obviously, she has a mind enough to bring in that income that a lot of people can't bring in.
Okay.
She owns properties. Obviously, I know this because this is a friend of mine. So she like, again, people have properties that they Airbnb out, whatever. At the end of the day, you get someone who's not just a person that has to depend on you, which you guys complain about also. So I don't understand what you guys want from women.
But if she's asking for 50K, then she's depending
not
on that
asking
person.
for the 50K. She's saying that at least you have to meet me where I'm at. She didn't say, oh, you have to give me 50K a month. She's just saying, I don't want someone slowing me down. That's it. What's so wrong with saying I don't want someone to slow me down?
No one ever said anything was wrong with that. I'm asking like a clarifying question.
So my question is,
what do I receive if I'm giving you $50,000 a month? What do I receive? And I'm besides sex, what am I getting?
I don't think that you're giving someone $50,000 a month. I think that, okay, if my rent is this and you require me, for example, she probably bartends. If you're telling me that you don't want me to be bartending or being in the nightlife, then where else am I going to get that percentage of my income? So I think that for certain men that she dates, maybe that just gives them the what is it? The security. All right, my girl doesn't have to be in the nightlife. And this is someone that I care about or love. So, hey, that's what they require, that person specifically. I'm not saying that this is normal for everybody that dates, but I'm just saying in her life, that's probably a reason, you know, that's what that pays for.
I'm just asking, what do I get? I don't
Rome.
He's like, I
Rome,
still
think-
don't
I think-
understand.
I think-
You
I
just
think-
get the
wait,
girl, Rome.
I
That's
think-
it.
I think I have an answer to that question, right?
We know you do.
I think no, seriously. I feel like for men like us, it doesn't make sense because we don't value what she has to offer, right? The face it's just a face. Okay, there's a million pretty girls out there. That does nothing for me, right? I could care less about your clout. I could care less about people thinking, oh, you're Aisha Diaz. That doesn't matter to me, right? But there are men out there that actually has value, right? They feel that it maybe it makes them look bigger. Maybe it adds to them somehow as a man. For some, some men think that way, right? So I think it's a situation where the piece has to fit the puzzle. We're just not the puzzle piece that fits that. You get where I'm coming from? Because we don't value what she has to offer.
But what does she have
some
to
men
offer?
do.
You don't know her. What is it that she's bringing to the table? Tell me. You tell me because you know her so well.
I just asked you.
Listen, he just asked you, and what I'm saying, the conclusion.
I'm saying in general because we are not in her position. We're not in her
conclusion-
relationship, so we don't know what she's
But the
bringing to the table.
conclusion that I'm coming to is because he's basically stating, from what I see, I don't understand what she could possibly have to offer that's worth 50,000. And I'm just telling him that maybe this is just not the situation for him because he doesn't value what she has to offer.
Okay.
But there are men out there that actually value that.
So it's
Okay,
a,
so
And
let
that's
me ask you a
true.
question
That's
then.
true
You get what I'm
because there's
saying?
always, for women to be able to speak like that, there's a reason.
Yeah.
Right.
It's because she's experienced that. That's why she says it so confidently.
which is fine.
So that means that there is men out there that are willing to do it.
So it's kind of like a status thing. It's like, hey, I've been with Aisha Diaz.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not a man, but Mo, well, the way Mo just broke it down, I think that's logical.
That might play a part because truthfully,
I mean, it's like,
I personally know guys who would probably go the extra mile, right? To sleep with her, not necessarily to be with her,
Yeah.
right? Just to say that they slept with her.
Yeah.
You get where I'm coming
That's what
from?
I'm saying. So how do you get from sleeping with you to then we're in a relationship and I'm paying you 50 grand?
you
I
know
don't
this
know.
for a fact.
I know what for a fact.
That you know that there are people who have gone the extra mile to sleep with her.
Well, see that
I did.
I understand.
I said
that.
that's not what I
That
said.
is what I understand.
That's not
Right.
what I said.
But that's
I said
not always the people that
that's
get
not what I
access.
said. I said I know people who would
Would.
probably go the extra mile just to be able to say that they slept with
Okay.
her. You know, this is no reflection on her. I'm speaking to
Not
the
at
other
all.
side, which is which is from the man's perspective. That's
Okay.
that's all I'm
Okay,
saying.
so you're in a relationship, right?
Correct.
Do you go 50-50?
No.
So you provide more. You have the higher percentage. And let's just be honest, you're with a big booty baddie.
No.
You're not with a big booty baddie?
Well, that first of all,
No.
you're talking about
Well,
his
okay,
girlfriend,
so
so
you're
he's not going to
beautiful.
allow you
You're
to
with a
speak.
beautiful woman who's curvilicious and popular.
No, I'm with a woman with a good heart.
Thank you.
Okay. Yeah, but at the end
Period.
of
Love
the
that
day,
for you.
but at
Love
the
that
end of
for
the day,
you.
You're with a person who's sought after, and a lot of people would probably be willing to, like, broke men don't have the same chance that a man like you have.
Well, that's not true because not at the beginning, but there was a time in our relationship when I was going through it financially. And to be honest with you, the reason I value her so much
Mm-hmm.
is because at the time when things were really tough for me, she was right there with me, and
So how-
and none of that mattered.
So how do we know that Aisha doesn't provide that? Because he's saying, "What do I get
never-
for that? What do I get for that?" So what are you getting for being there for this woman? What do you get?
What I'm getting is the person who I've taken responsibility for now takes responsibility for me, and it's not about what I can provide. It's not about what I have. It's about me.
Okay, so when this person says, "All right, you can meet me where I'm at," that doesn't necessarily mean I'm not a good woman, or I'm not good to you, or I don't provide X, Y, and Z for you. So that's why I think people are it's misconstrued, because just because I am at this point in my life, that doesn't mean that I don't have anything to provide to you.
Yeah, but
That's
see,
where I feel as though people are being like,
but when Rome asked for clarity and you said this is your
Because
friend,
that's
you
not
didn't
my
mention,
relationship.
but you didn't mention any of these things.
because
And he
said,
asked for
"What is he
clarity.
paying for?" Because I'm saying, if we're talking,
No, he didn't say what is he
money-wise,
paying for. He said,
he
what is the
did.
man getting out of this?
Yeah, so what am I?
This is
receiving?
what am I getting in return? And you didn't mention any of the things that I'm saying.
The people who interviewed her should have asked her that question so she could have
They
answered.
could have
Right,
if
and
we
that
saw
didn't
the full Clip,
happen.
it may have happened, but like the most I heard was property management.
Okay, what I'm saying is, she's not a person that she's not a
Hey,
person
Jerome.
she's not a person that's like, "Oh, like, I need you to pay for this and I have nothing else to bring to the table." That's what I'm saying. So not only does the woman is the woman bringing something to the table, but obviously she's a person that can hold a relationship together for other reasons.
And
So what are the reasons?
can we-
I'm not in the relationship,
Can we-
but obviously I know this is a good person. So why would I sit here
But I
and
never said she
allow
wasn't a
people to
good
dog
person.
her?
And can we?
We're not
He said a
dogging
good
her.
person was enough.
Can
Like,
we-
she has
can
a good
we-
heart. She has a
but
good
can we-
heart. Everyone. Aisha Diaz
yes.
has a good heart.
Can we?
She's a sweetheart.
We never
Let's
said
let's
you
do
didn't.
this. Can we speak in general terms, right?
we're
Because
just
I don't want to
going
speak about
based
Aisha
off
Diaz
of
because I'm not speaking about
the facts,
Aisha Diaz. I'm speaking about
information.
the situation.
Okay.
You understand? So can we kind of pull it away from the Aisha Diaz of it all and let's speak to women that have this expectation?
Yeah, Jada's just defending her
So
friend.
because I strongly believe that when Rome is asking, what do I get from this? He's not speaking specifically of Aisha Diaz, but
At
he's
all.
speaking in a situation like this, where this is the expectation of the woman. What am I getting in return?
So when you enter a relationship with a woman, are you getting abused or something? Like, what is happening? Like, for example, like, no, I'm serious. Like, when you enter a relationship with something, obviously they have that nurturing or that loving thing that
That's not true.
attracts. Well, then I don't know. I think that's stupidity then. Because if you enter in a relationship with someone who's cold-hearted and is just like, "Oh, give me the money," I don't think that's reality.
And yeah, but in these days and times, like, let's be honest,
Well, I don't know about that.
people put up a facade, and although people pretend to be this and be that, and then what happens is once you guys get locked in and then they get comfortable and then the truth comes out.
It's tested.
You know, I mean, it's funny you say this because if that's the case, then I could say then women are stupid because you constantly speak about women getting abused by men or getting done wrong. I mean, is it because they're stupid that they're in these relationships?
Maybe then.
There it is.
That's what maybe
There
that's
it
what,
is.
and that's what you've come up with. Then all right.
No, I'm actually speaking in relation to what you're saying. If you're saying that why would a man get into a situation like that? You constantly speak from this perspective of women getting done wrong by men. So, okay, so why would they get into those
me and Nisha
relationships?
just had a conversation. She's like, "I'm going to be married," but she said she was proposed to 4 times, and that she would never be in that lifestyle that Aisha Diaz is in. But at the same time, why are you not married then? Why? Say it. Say why.
because of my own doings.
So you're the problem.
I could say that. I have been the problem, yes.
Okay, well.
And that's
hey,
why you go to
I don't
therapy
know.
and work on yourself and, you become better.
I'm like, she didn't even expect you to say that.
She did.
I'm just saying. I'm just going off my own experience.
So I think
Yeah.
It's like, why are you being accountable? We're women. We're not supposed to be
Like I've
accountable.
learned from my mistakes. I'm sorry.
Okay, Amanda, what in your relationships, are you the problem?
Absolutely not.
Thank you.
Amanda's a baby still. she gotta experience life a little bit more.
I mean, that's very general. Have I been the problem sometimes? Am I the problem overall? I don't think so.
How was that general? If she said the first one wasn't general.
No, yeah.
Is that crazy to you?
Okay, so in your
No,
relationships,
because
have you
I
been
will
the
say
problem?
no, but if
Of course. All right.
I will say no, of course, but I'm like, there's plenty of situations in past relationships that I can say I've been the problem, they've been the problem, different things overall. Like that's a different question.
Maze of like non-accountability. So
What?
just no.
Well, we
No,
know
not
you've been
really.
the problem, Rome, 'cause
Absolutely.
Okay, so how about you? Have you been the problem?
In
Exactly.
in
Go ahead.
relationships, yes, I've contributed to the issues as well.
Absolutely.
Right. So sometimes it just longevity is not just based off of the person who it's a two-way street. So it's like and a lot of times, I'm sorry that I'm gonna say this, but a lot of times the men be the problem.
No, what?
The men be the problem.
From your perspective,
I haven't been in that much relationships, I should say. So I
There
can't.
you go. See,
can't
she needs more
really
experience.
account for men always being the problem. I can't agree with
You
you,
got
on
no
that.
tea.
I didn't say
Tonight.
always. I didn't say always, but for the most part, men be the problem. Chat.
Mike.
Yo, you can't do nothing
I know.
with Mo.
I'm fucking with you.
I don't know how she do it. Girl,
he
you
like
can't do
an
shit.
old school
Listen, I would
traditional
hate to
man.
be at their house.
that's not true.
Can we have a drink?
I'm a great guy.
I know you are, but
I'm
there's no
an
fun.
amazing man.
Let me know that no fun and Mo's. Don't go to Mo's house, baby girl. No Uno.
You remember Rico said he didn't want his girl to laugh. Remember that?
Oh my
None
God.
of that laughing.
That's crazy.
Sophia, thank you for being you.
Going on.
That's fine.
I said thank you for being you.
Glad she took you off the mark.
Go buy some quick clean sneaker lights. www.quickclean.net.
Hold on. I took them on vacation with me.
How'd they work?
Just now. They were amazing because I brought my carnival boots, my
Well, I
carnival
told you.
sneakers. Hold on. But mind you, my mom went to the beach Ash Wednesday, right? And she came back and she was like, Amanda, these are sneaker wipes. And I was like, yeah, why'd you take them? She was like, I thought that they were regular wipes. I was wiping with them. And I was like, why are they so soapy? And I'm like, Mom.
Well, they're non-toxic, so.
Okay, well, great. Mom, they're non-toxic. But I was like, why would you do that? But I loved them. They did work.
Thank you. Tell your friends. Do a post about them.
I will. I should have, right? I went on vacation with a lot of shoes.
All right. Well, listen. If you need more, just let me know. We're giving out wipes for posts. For testimonials.
Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I'm
Thank
sorry
you.
this is Naisha's last day. She won't be back.
Ma'am, I'm one of the
Check on
producers.
her
I'm
in
always
about
here.
5 minutes, actually.
So, it's been fun, guys.
We have Naisha on the set. We have Rome. Rome's over. Oh, sorry. Sorry. Guess what?
No, I'm sorry. I thought we were going down.
Guess what?